It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Man of the masses, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego diary politico.
Hello there.
I'm a do. My ego diary, my ego number one. Ayekun làwa mọ̀, àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayekun diary, Ayekun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. This is Mayegun Live.
Ayekun diary, àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Ayekun diary, bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Ayekun diary, ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Ayekun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me. You know what we do when we start like this, before we settle into the whole thing, right? Share the broadcast, like the video, right? And then subscribe if you haven't already. Read the caption of the broadcast, read the description, and what is this all about?
Ani Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Ani ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you.
Mayegun ti dé.
Abba Kyari is back.
Mayegun ti dé.
If you don't remember much about him,
Ani ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
I will help you
You too.
to remember.
Ani ẹ̀sùn ràkì. bàbá gbéwúrẹ́. Ayé sùúrà yìí.
The social media celebrity corp, the leader of the underworld, a once projected future police IG of Nigeria, the drug dealer, Abba Kyari, Hushtailor, Hushpoppy, Abba Hushtailor Kyari is back.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé sùúrà yìí.
Ami Olufunmilayo, you are welcome. Director's Court, I cite you.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
And many of you I can't really mention.
Súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé.
Motide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live. Of course, the news trending right now everywhere is that Abba Kyari has been granted bail of 50 million naira bond. And some of you, having been enmeshed in the endless 2023 charade wahala, you may start wondering, who is Abba Kyari? Which one is that again? How does that one even matter in all of this? I mean, you know what I mean? Ha 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 ha, you have no idea. Again, to some of you who probably feels like it is inconsequential, things are, you know what I mean? No, they are. Nigeria is controlled by criminals. Nigeria has become a crime scene that, if anything legitimate should start happening in that place, seriously, majority of those who are parading themselves as authorities in Nigeria, they will end up in jail. Some of them, not just in jail, they will end up in grave for the crimes they are committing in Nigeria, the schemes, and at the same time, the consequences of all of this, which has put Nigeria in a very bad spot. And when you share any gene or any kind of relation with Nigeria, especially if you are a Nigerian fool, you know what? These are the guys who made the world, right? Okay, I'll tell you something. They made this whole world, right, to have been sort of rigged against you, right? These are the people who have shrinked the space of legitimate opportunities. These are people who have shrinked the space of legitimate, reasonable conversation in order to bring Nigeria to this state today. If you are a Nigerian, once you are born a Nigerian, right, the rest of the world is already leading you by 4-0. No joke. It is that, right? 4-0. You are already disadvantaged because of these criminals controlling Nigeria. Now, if your papa and mama can't get small money, you are at that space called 4-2. You have an advantage. You get 2 points. All right? Now, if your mama and papa can't be the proper Nigeria politicians, who knows that they are not building future for anybody in Nigeria, they start buying citizenship for you in the rest of the world so that you can catch up with the rest of your mates in the rest of the world, right? Then they can bring you a little bit closer too. That is going to be like 4-3. You will never be equal to what the world is in the aspect of respect. That's what I'm trying to say. Personal achievements, personal, successes and all of that, they still come under the scrutiny, the radar. Oh, he's a Nigerian. Oh, he's from Nigeria. Oh, you know what I mean? It's always there because of these Olori Burukus. And here we are. They also have supporters too. Who is Abba Kyari? Abba Hushtailor Kyari? Well, this is let me put his face on the screen. This man from Borno State or so, immediately Buhari came to power and appointed his own police IG. That police IG picked this guy, okay? And they called him, they gave him the title of the leader of a special rapid squad or something, which transformed to SAS in Nigeria, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, Special Anti-Cultism Squad, Special this and that under him. Now, immediately he got appointed to that position, right? His job is to go after violent criminals. Do you understand? And violent criminals means when you call in the police to street riots, for example, and when they get there, they found that some of you have, in fact, it wasn't just street riots. It was cultists that were fighting, shooting, and maiming. So at that point, the police, the right team to call is Abba Kyari team, the SAS, and all of those kind of hardened police squad team. Put away, they're supposed to be Nigeria squad. Maybe squad that they call them. Is that not what they call them in America? Squad. Okay, something like that. That if you see them, if they show up, you know, say that issue is very serious. So they gave him the license to kill as well, which means in the discharge of their duty, if it becomes that they have to, in the face of danger that they have to protect themselves, if they have to take your life, so be it. They will not be probed that much. Immediately he was given, SWAT. See me, I call him squat. Why do I say squat? I'm so sorry. They have so many names in Nigeria. Sometimes they are so confusing that, anyway, it was supposed to be SWAT, S-W-A-T, right? Anyway, immediately Abba Kyari got that label. Right. He assembled the worst of the worst dangerous criminals, right? And they gave them guns. They are called, the power they gave to him is that he can operate in any state in Nigeria, and he is only responsible to one person. Like he will only report to one person, the person that appointed him, the police IG. No commissioner, no AIG, no police ranking chiefs or anybody in any part of Nigeria could question Abba Kyari. That was how powerful they made him. And it was immediately after that that Abba Kyari discovered Instagram, Facebook, and maybe later Twitter, but mostly Instagram. And not long after his appointment, we started seeing the proper celebrity cop. The man that is so good that he started capturing the supposed notorious kidnappers in Nigeria without shooting a gun. I'm telling you. These people are kidnapping Evans, the kidnapper. They must shake any cock. You get. Once Abba Kyari goes in, it will walk out and bring that notorious kidnapper out. Abi, Shebina media, they describe who is more dangerous among your criminals and terrorists in Nigeria. Abba Kyari will bring him out. As he's bringing him out, they will now show you step by step how he captured that terrorist, most dangerous kidnappers in his own den. You will see him posting for picture. They are taking everything, picture, this, that, you know. And at the end of the day, they will come and say, super cop. And before you know it, there are already waiting media to tell the story of that kidnapper, including the one that would glorify Abba Kyari. Business was good, right? Abba Kyari was, it became the celebrity cop. If you go to nightclubs, you will see him with the most notorious criminals, celebrated fraudsters, celebrated, money launderers and all of that. You will see him among known drug traffickers, celebrated drug traffickers in Nigeria. So, Abba Kyari, not long after, Abba Kyari started putting his authority that is sounding like the clearance authority. If they see you with Abba Kyari, that means you are doing something legit. Anything people say about you, they are just from enemies who don't like you. He wears the latest designers, from wristwatches to latest cars, and before you know it, he became rich, very rich. Around that time, there were people coming out. Abba Kyari kidnapped their son, threatened to kill their son, except they give him so amount of money. Because all he had to do is to say you are a criminal. Who you go tell say you no be criminal? When Abba Kyari hold you and say you are a drug trafficker, so be it, you are a drug trafficker. Once Abba Kyari hold you and say you are a fraudster or you are a kidnapper, you are an armed robber, so be it. Around that time, majority of those he is presenting, and they are presenting as his successful cases and all of that, while he was whining and dining with known celebrated criminals in Nigeria, people now said, number one, when it is time for him to present his case, they like to come and defend this case, now you arrest them. You have all the evidence. Most of the evidences have mostly disappeared. Properties of accused people disappear. They will take them over, sell some of them off, or change the ownership of the property to one of their squads. Take your cars, take everything they can take, jewelries, money. So because he couldn't really present some of these evidences for years, ladies and gentlemen, celebrated arrest, celebrated this and that, he never got any conviction. But there were also people who were like, people who said they were innocent. The reason why Abba Kyari took them to the media, mostly social media, with their pictures in handcuffs, dejected, right, is because they didn't agree to pay the money he asked from them. But typical Nigerians, shut up your mouth. They just want to spoil his name. It's just people, people who don't like justice. Buhari is working to clean Nigeria of criminals. Just say you don't like him. Maybe some of the people he is arresting are your friends. All of you who are destroying Nigeria, Buhari will clean all of you out. Then accusations started happening against the squad he is leading, SARS, okay? That not only they were twisting people, that they are accused of one crime or another. In fact, they are kidnapping people. It's like when police arrest you and they say, let me tell you something, we arrest you right now. So we arrested you because you are a Yahoo boy. And we know that you have properties, you have this, you have that. If you don't pay us, for example, we know you have 3 houses and you have 6 cars, and you have about 40 million in your bank. Now, here is the deal. We are going to take all the 40 million in your bank. You can make another money later, okay? You see those your 3 houses, we are taking 2 of them. Those your 6 cars, we are taking all the 6 cars. And if you don't agree, right now, they are drafting your statement. We are going to declare you as a kidnapper, okay? That you have kidnapped this, kidnapped that, this is your crime, okay? And if you think you want to fight that, we will kill you and we'll sell your organ. Imagine you sitting down there. They are reading what will happen to you if you fail to give this and that. Around that time, this is your life flashing through. This is not court. They will take you. They have places they call, excuse me, they have places they call abattoir houses in Nigeria, owned by SARS, led by Abba Kyari. when they take you to abattoir, you are likely not going to come out alive. And if you do come out alive, they would have emptied everything about you, everything. And you should never tell the world what happened. So once they say they are going to declare you as a kidnapper, around that time, your case don't they change be that. Okay? They will still take everything from you, and they will tell you that if they feel like they will just kill you and take your organ. And they actually were doing that to people. So people that their properties, their everything were taken away by Abba Kyari and his squad, they started speaking out. But whenever they did, in fact, some of them started suing the police for what happened to them. We're not criminals. You know, business gone wrong. Abi? Then they will report you to Abba Kyari. From say you the whole person, they will turn your case to kidnapping. And before you know it, their media is ready to take your pictures, to blackmail you further. The purpose is not to prosecute you for kidnapping because they have nothing to show that you are a kidnapper, right? But it is to actually get you emptied, shake you down. You know that shakedown, Abi? But that was just those things they were using power to do that you will say, Abi? No. This was just the ones you were seeing on the surface, horrible as they are. But behind the scene, Abba Kyari was mingling, eating, dining with the worst of the criminals you can think of, including the politicians. You know why I said Nigeria is a crime scene? Because it is a crime scene, right? While this guy was doing all of this and the real crime is committing were in the open, the rest of the media and Nigerians were like, leave him alone. Those are the people who are his enemies, like, la, 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 right? So something now happened, okay? The notoriety of Abba Kyari was so huge that when the UAE government and America government, these two countries launched an investigation, multi-countries investigation over the activities of Oshpopi Abbas. Kí lorúkọ Oshpopi yẹn again, no? Something Abbas. Please remind me. That was when, in their investigation of how Oshpopi defrauded over 2 million Americans and took over 10 million, I think, is it more than that? I think 40 million. It doesn't matter, anyway. They were launching investigation that millions of Americans, their benefits were stolen by Oshpopi. And in the process, they discovered that, in fact, it was a global syndicate that involves government officials, police officers, you know, here are bankers, banks, organizations, here and there. Ramon Olorunwa Abbas, Oshpopi. So Nigerians woke up and they heard Oshpopi had been arrested. Celebrity Instagrammer. What happened? They knew he's a fraudster. Everybody knew Oshpopi was a fraudster. Okay? But there are those, he has his own fans, millions of them on Instagram at the time. Okay? Right? Like you have Davido and all of those artists, superstars. Oshpopi was like superstar as well. Okay? And he was telling them, they said he was dealing on jewelries, real estate, stock investment, but they know say him be fraudster, okay? Everybody knew. But however, as a celebrity at the time, he caught everyone unaware, like, how did that happen? What really happened? Now, when FBI started releasing documents, and they started releasing details of how Oshpopi carried out all of this scam, that was when Hushtailor, Abba Kyari, came into the investigation. And you know that when you no go do have investigation before they see, even if they have to give you money, that okay, you know what? Mayegun will give you $1 million. That $1 million now bait. We want these guys to bait you and collect that money, pay them that money so that it can help us to nail them. We don't get other things we wanted. We want to catch them in action. Go, 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 go. Apart from everything we have, they will pay the $1 million. Oyibo, you know that, Abi. At least all of us, they watch all this Homeland, Blacklist. What are all these investigative American series and movies? You know now, Abi, and even in real life. So they didn't disappoint. To the point that when they mentioned Abba Kyari, his role is not just that he was a friend to Hushtailor, Hush Poppy. No. He actually played a role in scamming a victim of over $500,000. That victim self, no be Oyinbo. Hello, no be American. Be like say the person na Qatari, abi na Jordania, abi something like that, sha. But when that popped up in their investigation, they discovered that this person that we just discovered is now celebrity cop in Nigeria, future police IG of Nigeria. So they now release details. What are the details? Hush Poppy was pulling a scam, and that scam involved other people. Okay, so one of them happened to be Hush Poppy's friend, Lawrence. Now, Lawrence, who happened to be the one in charge of that client, that victim, all right, he was not in good time with Hush Poppy around that time, okay? And Hush Poppy was following that victim, and the victim was about to pay. Now, if Lawrence should interfere, because Lawrence started talking to the victim, that victim shouldn't pay Hush Poppy, that Hush Poppy is a scam. You know, like telling the Mugu that, see, don't pay again, don't pay, oh, this is a scam. To revive that job, and that Lawrence was in Nigeria. Hush Poppy was in Dubai. Do you know the first person Hush Poppy called? Abba Kyari. Officer, I have a problem. What's the problem? I have a client that is about to pay, and there is this boy in Nigeria that is trying to stop that client from paying. I need your help. I need you to organize and just take him. I want you to help me arrest him and lock him up. All these text messages, phone call, all this information were released by FBI. These are not just news, so they were documented, court documents that stated their relationship. So what did Abba Kyari do? Abba Kyari called these boys. And like I told you, SARS generally is mostly populated by cultists, ex-cons, like former prisoners, all right? Armed robbers who have been to prison, because they believe that the hardened criminals are better suited to go after hardened criminal, but they didn't. They started going after innocent people, checking phones, robbing them, emptying their bank account and all of that on the streets. But this one is bigger. Hush Poppy, the head of the whole scheme, was involved in much bigger things than just SARS taking your money or taking your kidney. In this instance, right, Hush Poppy needed help. And the first person Hush Poppy could call was a police officer in Nigeria to help him arrest his co-scammer, lock him up so that he could finish the job. And that's exactly what Abba Kyari did. He called his boys and they went hunting for that Lawrence guy. When they finally caught him, you know what they did? They thrown him into solitary confinement. No food, no nothing. After 2 days, the young man nearly passed out. Now FBI, they tell us all of this. FBI, they tell us this in their document. When the young man nearly passed out, Abba Kyari contacted Oshpopi and said, see, we need to take him to court. The young man is dying in that place we locked him. We need to put up something, accuse him of something and take him to court so that he can be locked up in proper prison. So they are now negotiating. What kind of crime should they accuse Oshpopi's partner so that they can take him to court? At first, they said they need to take him to the hospital so that he doesn't die in their custody. It was Oshpopi that was saying, no, he won't die. You know what? Let's just look for anything that you can just take to the judge and say, you know what I mean, that they can lock him up. So with the arrangement, they took the young man to the hospital. When they returned him back, Abba Kyari informed Oshpopi, we have taken him to the hospital, okay? And as it is now, how far with the job? Do you think we should still keep him? Or we should just let him go? I don't want him to die here. Even though if he die here, it's nothing. Well, I just, I don't know. Meanwhile, as Abba Kyari was doing the bidding of Oshpopi, Abba Kyari and his boys, they don't enter Lawrence properties. Bank account, any house, any gadget, jewelry, anything they found, cars, they don't enter them already. They have already taken everything over. Sure you get? So it was then that I was like, okay, they've begged me. Oshpopi now called like after 2-3 weeks, said, you know what, officer, let him go. By then, the client has already paid over $500,000 to Oshpopi. That was how Abba Kyari got involved in Oshpopi's scam, and they wanted him. It will be needed in America. He has been part of a global scam, and since Oshpopi will be extradited to America and will likely spend up to 20 years in jail, right, Abba Kyari, the police officer in Nigeria, will also need to be extradited for his crime. Because when they were doing all of that, Oshpopi was paying Abba Kyari. Now, when the news broke all over Nigeria, Ironi is a lie, his enemy, he cannot be extradited, he's powerful, nobody can take him. You know, it became the north versus the southern Nigeria battle. No joke. People were fighting themselves. Shut up your mouth. What did he do? He was just, is that not the normal thing? Is it the one that told Oshpopi to go and defraud people? It was like that fight, Sha. They no go take him. They go take him. They no go take him. Okay, government, what do you say? FBI, American government wrote Buhari's government. This guy has committed a crime against the United States of America. Money laundering and then actor committed fraud, scam, this, that. No, you cannot take him. What happened is that Nigeria law said they started sha. The police said they will need to investigate. Nigeria police will investigate if Abba Kyari is guilty. I don't know what happened. People said nothing is going to happen. Then the next thing they said, he's been suspended until investigation is done. So, Abba Kyari's brother, we no get job, that is living as his brother is celebrity on Instagram, he himself became a celebrity too, flaunting expensive wristwatches, expensive automobiles on social media, expensive houses, like, mansions. These are properties of the people that are supposed to be evidence. Okay? So immediately this story broke up. People said, it's true. Some people who lost their land to Abba Kyari in Abuja, here and there. This person was a big catch kidnappers who came from Borono. How come he no catch Alhaji Shekau at the time? They say, na bobo, na drama. It was in fact working on more things. What are the more things, Baba? It didn't take long. We don't know what happened. Breaking news. Suspended Abba Kyari has been arrested by NDLEA as a leader of drug dealers in Nigeria. He is also into drug dealing and drug dealers. The money Hushpuppi gave you, that you said Hushpuppi, because FBI gave evidence, bank account of Abba Kyari. When Abba Kyari gave a bank account of one of his officers to collect the money from Hushpuppi, the details was in that FBI document. When they asked him, and they confirmed the transfer of the money between the two of them, Hushpuppi and Hushtailor. What did Hushtailor say? He said, Hushpuppi loved his native dresses. All of the kaftan, babariga, and all of these things that he wears on Instagram. This vivid imagination, the only designer of our generation, that kind of thing. Babariga, design cut, and all of that on Instagram, fashion Instagram. He said that was what Hushpuppi saw. And Hushpuppi said, how much did it cost? How much does it cost to have all those design, those lovely, nice outfits? So Hushpuppi paid him to get him the same wears that makes him a celebrity cop on Instagram. That was where the name Hushtailor came from. He said Hushpuppi gave him money to get him, that, right? It was only drug dealing. We have heard about organ harvesting. We have heard about the shakedown of the citizens. Which one is drug dealing again? Hey, they don't come. I remember some of my friends said, they were like, Mayegun, they don't come. They don't want me to extradite time to America because the guy said if they take him, he was going to tell every secret of all the people in Nigeria. Say small thing, Nigerians. They say, imagination no go kill some of you. I remember that time when Hushtailor was wanted by the FBI. Okay? And I know people who actually sat, on this same social media street too, and they wrote a whole script of what they said is a secret. What are the secrets? That even though FBI is looking for Hushtailor, that Hushtailor is deeper in crime and is a witness to so many crimes of those who are politicians in Nigeria, governors, senators, reps, and the rest of them who are also leaders of different underworld criminals too, criminal gang. So they said if Hushpuppi believes that he must be, Hushtailor believes that he must be protected, that if they allowed him to be extradited to America, that he was going to mention the names of people and what they have done that Nigerians don't know, especially Hopeless Uzodijo of Imo State. Vivid imagination. I wish I have that tune. The only is imagination no go kill you. So immediately the news broke that Hushtailor has been arrested for drug whatever. Mayegun, you remember I told you they will put up something. Remember they said they want to investigate. They are not investigating anything. They want to buy time. Then they will put up something that will just look like he has a case to answer here. So first, he must answer the case here before going to America. But Baba, how come they can't agree saying a drug dealer? They go come put them inside. See, Baba, all that thing I wash. Anyway, like I said, there were so many stories that popped up when that came out. Some true, some not. Some imagination, some hallucinations. Anyway, Hushtailor is into drug dealing. They said NDLEA has been doing some sting operation to discover the people that have been taking evidence from their locker rooms. And what do you think will be the evidence, the most important evidence inside NDLEA evidence room? Drugs of every kind, of all kinds. Remember now, they are National Drug Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. Okay, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. I've been drug and law enforcement, whatever. NDLEA. What do you think is most important in their evidence room? What? Drug. So they said they were doing investigation. And from their investigation, they realized that some people have been taking evidence. What were they doing with the evidence? This massive bag of evidence. They were selling them. Who is their trader? Who is that person taking and supply, you know? So they mounted an operation to discover that person. Ladies and gentlemen, they said it will take them more than 2 months before they discovered that the chief supplier and the chief buyer is Abba Kyari. How come? What's that? This is a celebrated police corp in Nigeria, the future IG, Police Inspector General of Police of Nigeria. Kilo nshele go. Waiting the SOP. How they go call talk say? I mean, how can go can't say they too low? This guy is everything. He has the license to kill. He's like a law to himself. What do you want to take drug do? There are other big things he's involved in. Remember? Oh yeah, give us proof. So there's the NDLEA now gave us this. March 2022. March 2022. They gave us this evidence of person where FBI they look for. Is it they good? I mean, so because say they in there on suspension now, he just switched to other business, drug dealing. He can't they deal drug with NDLEA? Ogbologbo criminal lele. He was telling the NDLEA staff that this is how we do it. You know, if I do any drug bust, it's not NDLEA, it's not EFCC. But if Abba Kyari bust you, you're a Yahoo boy, or you do a business, they say the transaction no go through. They can't report you saying now fraud. No be EFCC go come, Abba Kyari come. Now from that moment, you go no say you are already dealing with people, person if it turn you to kidnapper or armed robber in another 10 minutes. So if they say drug dealer, this person had strong drug dealer, Abba Kyari will come. Everything they found out with you, the drug, everything, he will take them, go and sell it. That's what he does. Remember, there is another part of the story I'm going to tell you, but I'm coming to that. So this guy don't turn to Onokon Waja to differ from Taylor to Tronsho to Tuntabere. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. You know, the talk say, no be one entrance enter market. Abi? And that is why you will see a tailor, somebody who is a tailor. He is also a trader, selling needle, thread, and some piece of materials on the side. Tailor, they say because no be one entrance enter markets. Man, that was then, no, but today you have shopping mall. Shopping mall, we be saying now one entrance enter. Even shopping mall now, no be one, not two sometimes. So if they suspend them as police officer, of course, why not? He could deal drugs. But this was so sketchy that people said it was a ploy to prevent him from being extradited to America and share the prison cell with his business partner, Hushtailor, This one's strong, go. I would rather you accuse me of something different than to accuse me of a drug dealing if I'm actually not a drug dealer. I mean, which favor be that? You want to go to America, or you want us to accuse you of drug dealing if you are not actually a drug dealer? Listen to this.
Da wannan wanda an hada biyu a hade ina ga ɗayan da an hada kuma uku ne a ce bari wanda duka da substitute 5
Educa is 25.
But one is not
Must not now. Soon 5.
So soon as I test now.
Kashi you now. Soon. Must not as soon as I test now.
Okay. Okay.
I just dot membership. One of my dot national.
Okay.
As soon as I. Suguma to be in and had us. Then Buni had it. Then for any baba.
Okay.
There are 3 bags. So, but if they have you are there, they are not there. I'm a total loss is 5 kg.
I'm also around the symbol.
It's one of my point of view. Had any. In the day, Suka Zora Shida Mobam Tababo. Exactly in the Aka recovery. Shuna Shina, that's 130. Again, 130.
Okay, please.
10.
Good. I'm not sure. 30.
Shima 30. I'm not 13.
Yes. So that was the sting operation of the NDLEA, where he was giving thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to this NDLEA undercover agent who gave him drugs. And that was him giving him back the pay after taking his cut and telling him it's actually a lucrative business. You don't need to even declare some of your bust. When you bust anywhere, you can talk to me. I've got people that can take them and your money will be ready instanta. So I just want you to know. All I need to do is just a phone call. Just talk to this person and they'll pay you. So, and that one counted the money, put it up for the camera to be seen and all of that, and they pack it up. So to show us that they were serious, they took him to court that same month. Yeah. So from that moment, there was no point in publicly defending him. Some of his fans who stood up to defend him during the FBI wanted their list. They lost their mojo from that moment. It was like from grace to disgrace. It's not even from grace to grass. Grass is still a solid ground, Abby. And when you hit the solid ground, you can hit up. It was from grace to disgrace. But a lot of people still saw that as an opportunity to prevent him from going to America. Then he put up his own legal defense that all the accusations against him were lies. So what we later discovered was this. Abba Kyari, that used that powerful position that was fraudulently created for him to run amok, go berserk. He used that advantage to put up a social, to climb the social ladder and secure his place among the men of the underworld. The same people he swore, right, to either jail or kill. He ended up being their friends. So we now heard that from that time, from all those fraudulent successes that were claimed to have he claimed to have recorded. What happened is this: whenever Abba Kyari says they busted a kidnapper, right, without any fight or anything, it is not because Abba Kyari is very intelligent or as an intelligent officer. No, not because he did any research, not because he did any investigation. Okay, it is simply because the Association of Kidnappers in Nigeria, they've decided to sacrifice one of them that they believe probably is kind of, affecting or hurting their business. Let me explain that. Abba Kyari have no investigation unit. He have no nothing that he's actually using for the purpose of a curbing crime. Over time, that has been proven, okay? But what Abba Kyari had to make him that celebrity nonsense before the grace to disgrace that he's become, right? Even though they will build that back, Nigeria is a crime scene. Another 1-2 weeks now, all this thing I have just told you, they will look like you are just lying against him. He seems to be a good man. He seems to have changed. That's Nigeria for you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome, all right? However, when association, for example, when you see association of drug dealers, if they feel like somebody is also dealing in drugs in their area, they will call Abba Kyari, who is their friend, and say, Abba Kyari, I want to give you a tip. There's this guy. Remember, Abba Kyari know all of them. So on the day Abba Kyari will come, in fact, the kidnapper or any other criminals like that, they don't put up any fight like that, because it is like esprit de corps. What is officer doing in our camp today? Like that kind of feeling, like, you see policemen and they are coming with camera, coming with a gun and all of that, and then you see their leader, Abba Kyari, the one that you've actually sat together in club with, the one you have paid for his Olosho for the night, some you have given money to when you met in different darkest places, is visiting your camp. Okay, maybe he's coming to make some demand, only for him to get there, because when he's coming, he'll be calling your name. Dogo, come out. It's me, Kyari. Don't try anything because I am here. It's me, Kyari. So Dogo, that's supposed to be a kidnapper, violent kidnapper. Dogo will walk out and say, officer, what happened? What's going on? My oga, what's it there now? Abba Kyari will walk in, talk to him, and say, I am here to arrest you, and I don't want you to give me any drama. So here is the deal. I heard that you don't make money now, Abi. They say your wing don't grow now, Abi. They say you are the one who is now challenging this axis and all of that. I don't want to say much. You know what to do. This is what I want from you. And if you are not going to agree with it now, we are taking you to my place. No fight, no nothing, no. Sure you get. That's how Abba Kyari was always. I mean, look at that Hush Puppy scenario. Nobody say Abba Kyari get intelligence, they investigate fraudsters. Hush Puppy called him, and they do one deal. This guy is going to disturb that deal. Officer, go and arrest him. Put up any kind of charges, just anything that look legit. This guy won't spoil business. So Abba Kyari captured him, took pictures. They say, hey, celebrity cop just caught a notorious fraudster. Kind of. Somebody said there is no audio. Is that true? Do you have audio issue there before I keep going? Because people say, I'm about to take you to another stage now of this conversation. And I don't want to keep going, only to discover that I just talk to myself. So how is the audio? No issue with the audio, right? If you have any issue with yours, you know what you should do. Just come out of the app that you're watching from, either on Facebook or YouTube. Come out of it, all right? And then go back in. it will be perfect. So we discovered that it was just criminals giving, giving a tip-off on their fellow criminals. And for Abba Kyari, they are all good for the gram. You don't do them again, no. Have you seen waiting Abba Kyari and his team? This guy, they organize award for him. Award. The excellent, the best police officer of the year, the man that is keeping us safe in Nigeria, the future IG of Nigeria, very, very excellent and brilliant. Meanwhile, Nigerians are being kidnapped in their thousands in northern Nigeria. Listen, this one is not like they are kidnapping 1-2 people. They are kidnapping a whole community. They are kidnapping 100, 200 people. Abba Kyari know they go those places. They go there. In fact, he became so famous in eastern Nigeria for God knows why, right? He said he was hunting for ESN. Here you get. So they started targeting Igbo traders, Igbo businessmen in eastern Nigeria. They will come to you. Abba Kyari arrest you. You are IPOB. You are ESN. Now, 50 million. Oga, no be IPOB. Oga, no be ESN. I be trader. Ask people around. Now here be my shop. Now my family be this. Another. Listen, we are here to capture ESN and IPOB. And you are one of them. 50 million. Or tomorrow, we'll tell the media about you. A lot of you don't know the damages this guy has done to the people's lives. Northern Nigeria, where they are kidnapping people in their thousands, they are not the territory of Abba Kyari. Because that will mean it will be going after the real kidnappers, real terrorists. His own real mandate to go after violent criminals. But no, Abba Kyari is so famous in southern Nigeria, especially in eastern Nigeria. So if that trader failed to pay that money, Abba Kyari will display him and other people by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning as captured ESN, IPOB. And then you'll be asking, where is the fight? I mean, like, ESN are not people you can just walk in and just take them in their base like that. You know that. How did you do it? Where is the fight? No fight. It's because those people are not paying. And Abba Kyari need to deliver and say he's doing something. So because of this, he became a very good friend of Hopeless Uzodijo. You see all those bombardment, terrorism of Olu, Osu, and all those places in Imo State that eventually spread, excuse me, that finally spread to other parts of eastern Nigeria. Ask the victims to tell you their stories. In the hands of Abba Kyari, you will weep and cry and say, how did this actually go on? How did this happen? How come nobody is passionate enough to actually push this to the front burner? They know if you talk. Who you want to talk to? You are an Igbo man. They say you be ESN, IPOB. And the person who said it is Abba Kyari. And that's exactly the kind of people that Buhari want to keep for trophy. Ask those traders in eastern Nigeria. Ask those that Abba Kyari destroyed their lives in eastern Nigeria. They probably will never even be able to speak out. Or maybe they will speak out. So some of them kind of, breath of sort of relief when they heard that something happened to him. Is now being locked up for drug dealing. But this Nigeria court is now free. All of you that have been living under the shadow and the fear, the trauma of everything Kyari represented, it is Nigeria. Right? And you will probably never, ever know the whole story. Because they will never do anything about it. Another police IG is going to reinstate. Remember, he's only suspended though. They will reinstate him. They will return his rank. And they will ask you to forget all these things you are saying. Because it is Nigeria. You don't believe me? Okay. We woke up one morning with the breaking news, sometimes in 2018. And it was a state governor in Nigeria talking money into his babariga. This was it was the first time that an executive governor of a state in Nigeria, the most corrupt organ of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, state government, state governors. Once you become a state governor, the people in that state, the resources of that state, the bank account of that state, they automatically come to your own full family service. You can turn them to your piggy bank. It's obviously there is your piggy bank anyway. It depends how prudent you are, how thievery you are, and the rest of that. You can do anything you want. As a state governor in Nigeria, it is so bad that the accumulation of their fraud and their crime outweigh most of what you see at the center. But anyway, a lot of people focus on the center. But yeah, we woke up one morning like any other day. And this was a governor, state governor, collecting bribes from the contractors who are supposedly working on different projects in his state. Kickback. Now, wait till you put the column be that. Kickback. But it was an indirect stealing. And for the first time, to all of the political commentators, students of politics, political scientists, political researchers, and every other title people give to themselves when it comes to politics and how they understood politics, that day gave a different meaning to what politics and generally truly means. A state governor who normally, as they normally do it in Nigeria, the state governor will appoint the people that are going to help him man different institutions so that their job is to protect the interest of the governor and their own interest too. And in governance or in government, the place, or let me say, the art of government anywhere in the world, I want to believe, excuse me, I want to believe is procurement. I don't know, maybe some of you who are smarter than me would tell me something else that is the art. And because of procurement, especially what procurement means in Nigeria, is the reason why people go into politics. So, apart from just writing money and all of that, procurement is a place whereby you can hide your corruption, even though it will show, but it will be so kind of tough to trace the money back to the man. Everybody is serving his interest in their different ministries. Like it's so rare. Procurement, they want to buy this, they want to issue, they want to do that, they want to construct this, they want to sponsor this and that, yeah? Everything will then come to allocating money for them. We need a 10 cup of tea, right? And then each cup is going to cost us 1 naira. So that means 10 is 10 naira. Procurement, they will say, because of their fraud, they will say they need 100 cups instead of 10. And instead of 1 naira per cup, they will say it's 10 naira per cup. So instead of spending, instead of spending 10 naira on the cups, they will be spending 1,000 naira. How do they get their money back? You know the drift, Abi? It has to be like a mutual, mutual agreement. Hey, princess, do you know anything about road construction? Hey, me, road construction. I don't get anything. Listen, just say yes. Okay, yes. I know about road construction. Okay. Have you ever been involved in road construction or any construction before? Apart from my house and my pond? Not really, no. Or you watched them when they were building your fish pond, Abby? When they were building your poultry, Abby? I was there. I was the one who told them what I want and all. So you were there, including when they were building my house. I was there too. Oh, then you are an engineer then. So Prince and Princess engineering firm. But here you are. Come, Princess. We want to construct road. We know you don't know anything about road, okay? But it's okay. And we know this road is going to cost us 20 naira to build the road. But because it's you, we will carry and give you for 2,000 naira. Anyway, I thought you said 200 naira. I mean 20 naira. No, 200 naira. It doesn't matter. Don't worry. Don't worry about the number. But what happened is this, 200 naira, it will cost us to build the road. Go. Standard. But our plan is that there is another version. That one are just 130. So that means we'll still get like 17 naira. Okay. So is that going to be my own gain? No, don't worry. The contract is going to be 2,000 naira. That's times 10. And we know, don't worry, times 10. What you will do now is that you will take out that 200 naira for the road. And take another 200 naira. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, sir. I will do the road, though. I will do marvelous job. Princess, we don't collect double for the road that she could do normally, right? Now, they don't pay extra. So she has no reason to steal from that money. But they are not finished. Remember, they are keeping 1,600. Princess, you get husband. Now, worry me. In fact, I'm even thinking that maybe, I will just make him the manager of my new construction company so that I can pay him some money to. No, it's okay. Give him 200. Anyway, give your husband 200. You are so generous, so Mr. Governor. Thank you. Hey, thank you, sir. Good. Yes, sir, but it still remains 1,400. You get daughter. Do you have son, daughter? To the glory of God, I have 3 kids. 3 kids. Give them to 200. Egba Mike. Miracle no dey tire Jesus. Only me this year. Sir, anything you want make I do, I will do. Anything, sir. The remaining 600, the remaining 800, bring it cash to my office. I have other people I will give. 200 naira road. My son don't collect 200. My 3 sons have collected 600. My husband don't collect 200. Myself don't collect 200. We don't collect 1,200. Hey! Thanksgiving, yeah. For the first time, they took the cash, his own share. They took it to his office. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say it's nothing to the shock people anymore. I just want to make you remember that Nigeria is a crime scene. And if you pretend even if you pretend forever, reality will always kind of remind us. Gandollar, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano, ladies and gentlemen.
145,000. The digibit the TM, not 250 then. Okay. Nashi, da kuma wannan za ga 30 nan. Nan ma 30. Nan kuma 20 ne 25,000. In ka hada shi gaba ɗaya zai baka 145. 145. Yawwa 145. Daman kudin zai kama 250 da aka bashi. In ka buga 15 din zai kama 37 million 500. Sai kuma ba komai wurin cire shi. In ka buga da 10 din bici 15 din bici shine zai baka 145. ai abin nashi ne kan sai dai hakuri. MD ya ce kuna da mitin karfe 9 ko? A ran baka kaje ka kwanta.
After that, he probably will say, Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alameen. And if you check his time, he will say, it's almost 2 o'clock. I need to go and pray. Get me my age, my prayer kettle. I cannot miss 2 p.m. prayer. Oh, yeah, tell the driver that we are ready now. He just committed. That's what they do. That's who they are. You know what happened after that? Wala babere. Before Gandollar, Kano people, Kwakwanso, they started an agency like EFCC. They call it Anti-Corruption, blah, 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 Agency of Kano, just to stop governmental corruption. When Gandollar came in, Gandollar scrapped them, sacked all of them, sold the house, the court office. And he started. Everywhere you go in Kano, it was like you will see construction everywhere. Road to nowhere. He built roundabout will look like mosque. That when it looks like mosque, they have to say they need to demolish that because if like say cross they on top him, Jesus cross is on top him. You're not supposed to get Jesus cross. All of this were his own way of the looting, the kickback, and the rest of that. And guess what? The people of Kano became poorer. They don't like, so you know, people will we are not poor. What do you mean? We are weary. Sure. And this happened under the man that was fighting corruption. At first, the State House of Assembly, they were so angry. How dare you? How dare you record the governor collecting bribe? Do you not know that what you just did is against national security? You are trying to put the life of the governor in danger. You recorded him collecting bribe. What is your intention? You want to throw Kano State into chaos. This is unacceptable. We cannot accept it. This, you know, do you know, can you not hear yourself? Gandollar is in danger for collecting bribe. What about the people that they stole it from? What about the poor of the poor? What about women and children? What about these Alimajiri children? Are their lives not in danger? No joke. They declared the journalist that published the video wanted. Yes. How dare you? You want to cause national security? You want to get Egbamike. Now, so the accused, they chased the accuser with evidence and everything. Even when they asked Buhari in 2019, Buhari, you are fighting corruption, and you see this Gandollar thing. What are you doing? How are you coping? This guy, see what? We've never seen anything like this before. Do you know what Buhari said? Oh dear. The lifeless may God. The president of Nigeria. The werey that pretended to be fighting corruption. Watch this.
And putting it into the pocket. I don't know the extent of technology used. And I can't understand it. Now, because the State Assembly has taken it, they have gone to court. I decided, not to talk about it. And the State Assembly, constitutionally, they could have dealt with that. But then again, the matter was taken to court.
Okay, but what are your thoughts about that video? Do you have any personal thoughts? Do you believe that video is fake or do you believe it is legitimate?
As I told you, I have seen the clip. I don't know how much technology was used, but can Ganduje fail to trust somebody to get the money to him? He has to take it directly himself, smiling. I honestly am completely overwhelmed, and the system has given me some relief. It is in the court, it's in the state assembly, so let them as much as possible deal with it. But Kano, this thing has received a lot of publicity, and I hope by the time I go on my campaign for re-election, there will be some answers from the court or the state assembly in Kano State for
the final question, Mr. President, that I read earlier has to do with the military retirees.
It was kind of surprised the kind of technology they used in capturing him. That he saw the video. President of Nigeria saw video of a state governor who happened to be a member of his political party. And he was questioning the kind of technology they use. What kind of technology did they use to be able to capture all of that videos? The video is up to 8. So collection of that bribe is not just one. So there were sometimes that when they gave him the bribe, Gandollar had to remove his cap. Like, Long Oba. Hala Bangiji. He removed cap to count the money. The president, Mr. Corruption Fighter, said he was wondering what kind of technology they used. Then he was also wondering that, could Ganduje not ask somebody else to take the money? Why must he collect it himself? That he was wondering. They clapped for him. Chibi, you hear that? They clapped for him. He said, couldn't he just send somebody else? That he was surprised. But he hoped that the State House of Assembly and the courts, they will do something. And the next time he goes there to campaign, they will give him some answers. Baba, picture. Like, I wish I had that picture. Where Buhari, the following they went to Kano to campaign for Gandollar. And they raised his hand. Gandollar can't do I like a thief, like that. Oh, God, I wish I had that picture now. I'm going to look for it. So I'll show you. And the Kano people rejected him, by the way. But Buhari saved him. Yakubu saved him. Don't forget that. They had to make Kano election inconclusive. Yeah? And in 2015, the election that brought in the same Gandollar, when it was time for it to be challenged in court, the wreck that conducted the election, his family, everybody, suddenly, they died in house fire. Until tomorrow, that is still treated as suspicious, even though you can say inconclusive, never concluded. They rough and they shall rough the madman back in 2019. Buhari and the rest, they kind of guided and, kept him. But in 2023, water passed Gary. I mean, indeed, it should, Abi. Water come past Gary, that Gandollar come become a wure jelly. Agunton jemo. Alamu ton jeuni side of the wall. Sorry, I'll tell you the meaning of that. It's like a Yoruba kind of expression when you want to talk about somebody like that too, who once wield power to commit all these atrocities, only to end up as somebody who is now peeping through the wall, hiding here and there from those he believe are coming for him. Even though that one is used for person who don't die. In the belief, person who don't die, Odewure jelly jelly, will turn to goat, where they chop anything, where you see for everywhere. Odag will turn gemo. It will turn to sheep, where they chop clay, mud everywhere. Odalam will turn genuine side of the wall. It will turn to lizard, a wall gecko, that is feeding on insect that ever lands on the wall. It's not a good thing though. They say that to somebody who say the attitude is not good. But if the attitude was good when they were alive, they would say, on similar Yaolua, that one no get pressure. It is resting in peace. Anyway, that's what Gandollar turned to. Ogbojuole ninu gborumole. Because it couldn't somehow consolidate the scheme he pulled in Kano, the damages and all of that. This guy was selling government lands, public land, public buildings at cheap prices to his family members, his political associates, just few days before the end of his tenure. Immediately he did that, he ran away. So while I don't dey now, the person who took over from him, that one is another Aja Digbolugi. What that one is determined to do is to, I don't know, like, is to naked the Gandollar, and make him face the consequences of his actions, starting from the Babariga mobile banking establishment. So what happened? No, even starting with that, I think it started with taking back everything it took, properties, cars, and everything, right? Land and all that, demolishing this and that everywhere, right? Now they're going to the next stage. They have reinstated the anti-corruption squad in Kano. And the anti-corruption squad in Kano, from what I heard, they're no different from the anti-corruption squad of the federal government of Nigeria, willing tool. But this one seemed like a karma that is well deserved. I don't know. But now they are looking for Gandollar. They said they have gone to review the videos that expose Gandollar and what he did. And the anti-corruption squad in Kano, they are like, what is it they call those people where, I don't want to call them Taliban. Those ones where they break beer bottle for Kano. For northern Nigeria, those Sharia mad people. What's their name? They have name for them. Isba. I think they are called Isba. Isba. Isba, Abi. Isba. You don't say where Isba call your house. Isba leader. Now logo guru. But if Isba leader come to your house to arrest you for drinking alcohol, the entire community would think, say, you kidnapped somebody and locked them in your house. You've committed a serious crime. The way they will arrive. They say that's how those anti-corruption people say they do. You know, say when you mix anti-corruption plus ISBA, and then you can't put the hypocrisy as the sellotape, combine them together. You know how they work? Go be like say that they work like people will say, now them go that they call is it they call them again a karma. So they are looking for Gandollar now. Because of this, Gandollar has stayed away from Kano. That they cannot come and arrest him when he has their Kolu as the press idiot. They say Gandollar right now is open that at least they will announce his name as a minister. That can give him a little bit of a space. Or somebody said, Kwakwansonko. What about Kwakwansop? If they give Gandollar minister, what did they go do with Kwakwansop? I don't know. You shouldn't ask me. I'm only saying that something has to happen. Or else you go see Gandollar in handcuffs. So I'm not joking. They are hunting for him. They go capture him like see them capture, what do you call it? Like then capture dog. And it is dog eats dog. It will always be to what? To our own entertainment, won't it? Just like this clown. Momodu Yakubu. The shit that Momodu Yakubu popped out called the 2023 election or charade. The stench of that is what we are still dealing with, Abi. In fact, it was like popping out a stench, a poop, right? That is not just a poop, it's like a time bomb, okay? And once it explodes, like they say, poto, I eat with my rod. Whoever kind of gets stained from the splash, do your best, and fix the whatever is wrong. Whatever is wrong, you are playing out. 2023 elections or charade by Muhammadu Yakubu is one tiny time bomb that a lot believe is going to be the precursor towards the implosion of Nigeria. I mean, you could predict that Nigerians are more divided today, more than divided. Nigerians are, oh dear. Now, instead of coming together after a supposed election, everybody's waiting, walking around with their own dagger. If I catch you, shook you. If I catch you, that's all because of this man. Or he was meeting with, I'll show you in face again. He was meeting with the EU, who indicted him, and the werey was actually like laughing. You see that report this madman is holding? That report is an indictment report on INEC, and now they conducted the 2023 charade. However, he kind of keeps telling himself that, they did well, okay? And he said that they are currently prosecuting over 400 election offenders, or be electoral offenders, Abi. So, to make sure that the future elections will not be like this one. I say, oh yeah, now they ride me. I mean, kind of, they bring me to wherever you want to carry me go. Because I'll be your what? I'll be your mugu. Yeah, he's giving himself a pat on the back. But some people are saying, but what happened to that guy from Adamawa? That INEC guy that declared APC Binani the winner of an election without results. You did declare him wanted, didn't you? Where's the guy? Is he not one of those you are prosecuting? No, I didn't ask him. I was going to ask him. Because you know what? I know where he is, right? He's not wanted. Nobody is wanted for 2023 election. Nobody is being prosecuted for 2023 elections, okay? Because somebody will declare somebody winner without election results. He don't go Mecca. So, you want them saying go Mecca, go do it. Ask for forgiveness. They play. Shogbo. Now, so all these rogues and criminals, right? Thieves, usurpers, lawbreakers, they are also religious fanatics too. You know what I mean? They are the alajas. They are those who will tell you it is ideal to kill people because they insulted the prophet. How dare you insult the prophet? These criminals, they do worse than insulting the prophet. Going to Mecca wearing these clothes, and look at his face. Is that not insulting the Muhammad? Shouldn't you Muslims be insulted for seeing him like this? But some of them won't tell themselves the truth. Because according to them, Allah is the most forgiving, Allah is the most Allah is this and that. They play. He is a wanted man in Nigeria. The man that declared somebody when no win election winner. And possibly after declaring him that, he went to go and meet Allah and say, Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alameen. Because, I keep telling you, these guys don't have religion. Now, una be the mugu, where they say you share something in common with them. Once you see them, they dress in their costume, in different costume, to appear and say, Bishop Lele yo. Bishop, sir. Bishop, sorry. Bishop, bless me, sir. Bishop, thank you very much. Oh, you are blessed, my son. Oh, God bless you, my son. Bless you, my son. So when you see some of them with this the old bed shit all over their head, criminals all over their head, speaking in Arabic. Sheikh, anakum la sir, Sheikh sir, thank you sir, alhamdulillah. When you see them, these guys don't have any religion. Now you be their mugus. Because if you have religion, if you practice what you preach, in my own world, you will not see any religious person in any of these atrocities we are talking about. You will never see them. Now there is a Christian. I mean, he's a Christ. Christ told us to forgive. What's it concern Christ and the public fund and the lives of the people that all those decisions are going to affect? So these ones will do all their nonsense. Then we can now ask Allah to come and clean the mess. Allah, please come and clean the mess. Jesus, God, come and clean the mess for us. And the rest of that. They don't have religion. That's what I'm telling you. And that is why when I want to talk about them, you don't have any reason to pick my word and say, I get what you are saying. But that particular thing you said there, Mayegun, I don't like it. Don't talk like that. Because in Bible, you are the Bible verse starting Leviticus. Once of Saudi motiwa bi Israeli motiwa. Kilo came at Leviticus Letiku. I'm talking about rogues. Rogues who are just like impostors. These are people who are supposed to be the symbol of that religion you are talking about. When they want to bobo you, they are seeking forgiveness at Allah. I'm seeking forgiveness from Allah. Oloshi, after stealing money, we want to ask Jesus, Heavenly Father is the most forgiving in John 13:33. She will buy any. You did not remember John 30:30, whatever. Abi Almighty Allah. Before you actually ventured into that crime. So you won't come play and say, don't talk like that, my ego. Devil can use any show wine me. Well, don't wine me, These guys don't have religion. You are just people who get attached to them. Because sometimes when we talk about, all the time when we talk about them, you remove them and begin to think your Allah is on trial. Or your Jesus is on trial. So you, Allah defender, Jesus defender, forgetting the fact that we are talking about criminals impostors. So Allah defender, Jesus defender began preaching. And what I'm saying is, what I'm trying, what are you trying to say? These ones have no religion. If they do, Baba, we will not be having this conversation. Trust me, we won't. Religion is against cheating, stealing, killing, and all these things, Abi. Religion says be sincere, upright, faithful, honest, and open. Abi? Shall any of this relate to all these criminals? Does any of this relate to them? Be compassionate, be human, be sympathetic, empathetic. These are qualities of human beings that says that if these people are going through this and I have a chance of changing that, I'm not going to contribute to make it worse for them. Because if I happen to be one of them, I will probably hate everything about life. Trust me, they can't endure what you are enduring, but they can hide behind Allah and all of that. Tabi? Anyway, like I said, he was saying something. Sorry if this annoys you, but for that, okay, I just want to go make tea because my tea don't cold. Or I want you to listen. It's part of the program. All right? Muhammadu Yakubu, ladies and gentlemen, over the 2023 charade. Have you liked this broadcast, by the way? We are almost 3,000 of us on YouTube right now, and we are not doing bad on Facebook as well. So if you haven't really, please like the video, okay? Like it and subscribe to my channel if you love this. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is talking about the 2023 charade. Somebody was supposed to be jail. But for me, for the diary, I want you to listen to what he has to say, the lies. Get angry. When I get back, we'll continue. Yeah?
Just concluded 2023 general election. Following the conclusion of the election, the time has come for introspection, stock-taking, review, and evaluation. Since the conclusion of the election, diverse opinions have been expressed by political parties, candidates, observers, analysts, and the general public on aspects of the elections that took place in February and March. Such diverse opinions should normally be expected, and the Commission welcomes all of them insofar as their purpose is to improve the future conduct of elections and to consolidate our democracy. The Commission has consciously not joined in these commentaries in the immediate aftermath of the election for several reasons. First, our preference is to listen more and draw lessons rather than join in the heated and often emotive discussion on the election. Second, since we plan to conduct our own review of the election, we see no need to preempt the process. Third, the Commission would not want to be seen as defensive or justificatory in joining the ongoing discussions. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, several issues around the election are sub judice, and it is not the intention of the Commission to either undermine or promote the chances of litigants in the various election petition courts beyond what is required of us by the legal process. Indeed, practically anything coming from the Commission could be cited by litigants as either justifying their claims or an indication of bias against them. The foregoing notwithstanding, it is appropriate at this point to make a few broad remarks about the 2023 general election as we commence our review of the same election. In doing this, it is necessary to look at the entire process before, during, and after the election to make an informed assessment. Granted that events on election day are probably the most important in terms of optics of elections, it is also very essential to look at the totality of the process. This is necessary if we are to learn the full lessons of the election going forward. Compared to some previous elections, we believe that the 2023 general election was one of the most meticulously prepared for in recent times. Learning from previous experiences, we started preparations immediately after the 2019 general election, carefully ticking the necessary boxes over a 4-year period. It is the need to learn from both the positives and the shortcomings that makes the stock taking that we are embarking upon today very essential. Among the positive stories is that the security challenge with threatening to derail the elections did not materialize. Concerns that the polls will be disrupted by the perennial insecurity across the country fizzled out on election day, as the elections were largely peaceful. Despite currency and fuel challenges and widespread attacks on our personnel and facilities nationwide, the Commission proceeded with the election as scheduled. The first set of elections, the Presidential and National Assembly, held as planned for the first time in the last 4 general elections conducted in the country. Accreditation using the bimodal voter accreditation system, the BVAS, has generally been scored very high by voters. Our records show that the success rate of the BVAS accreditation
Remove this man, Mayegun. Remove this. See, it's annoying. I know. Sometimes some things are annoying, but for the record, they kind of. Anyway, you will never know. So let's leave it. I wanted you to hear all the lies, be it on record, but no, remove him, Mayegun. So I'll remove him, and I have. However, removing him or removing this and that will take us to Thiefnubu's reversal. Well, Thiefnubu and his people, they are claiming to be responding to all your complaints and worries, especially about the taxes that they are introducing, 7.5% VAT, 5%, what do you call it? Interest, tax rather, yeah. 5% tax on whatever you buy from market traders, so to say. They call it Matan tax. 40% increase in import duty on cars. 40% increase in electricity. 5% VAT on recharge cards. What else again? Go all those things, So after announcing them, they are now coming back to say, you know what? Okay, because people are very poor now. Okay, so we have decided that we'll do it later. And okay, we'll remove this one from that one. If you want to import cars into Nigeria, some of them, go pay 40%. We'll go do them for you, like 20. We'll negotiate. 40% on electricity. Okay, we'll do that one in September. Okay. 40% increase in this. No, we hold on. 5% increase on the recharge card. We'll wait on that. What about the Matan tax? Market Traders Association of Nigeria tax. We'll do that one in September. Hey, Thiefnubu has responded to people's yearning. His intention is to make life better for people. He heard their cries. So he's now trying to... What are the latest on this tax issue? Bank Parofun, I beg, let me lie to them. Dele.
In his inaugural speech, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised to address business unfriendly fiscal policy measures and multiplicity of taxes. Consequently, President Bola Tinubu, in fidelity to the pledge to put Nigerians at the center of government policies, has signed the following executive orders. Executive Order 1, the Finance Act, Effective Date Variation Order 2023, has now deferred the commencement date of the changes contained in the Act from May 28, 2023 to September 1, 2023. This is to ensure adherence to the 90 days minimum advance notice for tax changes as contained in the 2017 National Tax Policy. Executive Order 2, the Customs Excise Tariff Variation Amendment Order 2023. This has also shifted the commencement date of the tax changes from March 27, 2023 to August 1, 2023, and also in line with the National Tax Policy. Order 3. The President has given an order suspending the 5% tax on telecommunication services as well as the excise duties escalation on locally manufactured goods. 4. Further to his commitment to creating a business-friendly environment, the President has ordered the suspension of the newly introduced green tax by way of excise tax on single-use plastics, including plastic containers and bottles. In addition, the President has ordered the suspension of import tax adjustment levy on certain categories of vehicles. Like I said earlier on, any vehicle of 2,000 capacity, engine capacity and above, which the tax was imposed upon, has now been suspended. So it means that for the meantime, in the interim, the tax imposed on any vehicle of 2,000 cc and above is now suspended.
Tax poverty. Our aim is not to tax production. Our aim is to increase our productive activity, capacity to produce. Then we can tax our consumption. And that is the direction of our economic planning. And then we want to increase the trust that we have in government. And if you observe what has happened in the last few days, the last few months that we've been here, we've kept to our word. Part of what we are doing today, just to increase this trust that we are here to do what is the best for the country.
How many of you are sold? Were you sold on those lies, Abi? And all those manipulate, eh? Ha 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 ha. Feku. Any yo delay. I know they buy car. I know they buy anything. You know what I mean? I shall know say somehow, I am more prepared. When you listen to these criminals, and you believe anything that comes out of their mouth, but you may not see it that way. Only time will tell. So, you want to speak? Speak.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Sorry, please.
Declare, leader. Declare, leader.
I want to say. I want to inform. Today, I want to.
You to know that even if you don't like what is coming out of my mouth, everything coming out of my mouth is real, truth. If you create your own alternative, when the shege starts, don't blame the village people. Because even village people say go collect. Ask those who survived Buhari. You know, gone are the days when you'll be like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, can you see what happened to me? I applied for this job, okay? I gave them everything. And they told me to come for interview, and I went for interview. And the interview was, I was the best. And they told me to start on Monday. So when I left my house on Monday to go and start this new job, now so I entered this downfall. On our way, we saw the roadblock of policemen. By the time the policemen start asking for bribe, our driver failed to give bribe and policeman shoot him early in the morning, and so wahala started. Now work as I they go, Baba. I don't know how I take enter Kano because I they run for my life. By the time I finally find my way to the work, they say they don't want me again. Now village people. That same thing happened to my sister. Now so you go see, everybody, this one will go say, that same thing happened to me last week. In fact, that same thing that happened to you, my own is even worse. It happened to me 3 weeks ago. See, that thing happened to my father that last week. Now, because, see, now people who have seen your glory, they have seen your glory, and they know that you are going to become manager of that company in a very short time. Now, them cause that thing. Now, village people. Now, lie you. How many of you have they told that? Village people. Now, village people, they don't want me to reach your destiny. Now, them say make policeman, they collect bribe. Now, them say make policeman shoot a driver that refused to pay the bribe. And now, them, because of you, it's because of you. That's why they shot and killed that driver. Now, village people, my sister, I know a place. I know a place. Very powerful man. Very, very powerful man. All this thing, all this, under Buhari, a lot of people don't blame village people anymore. That is why today you see a lot of young people. They are no longer fascinated about being kind of, controlled by all this religion, that happened to the generation before them. Go and see those who were born in the 40s, 50s, 60s, all of us, old men and women. Go and check them. Today, you will see the impact of religion on them, faith and everything. Go and look at this younger generation. Tell them, now village people, they dress, you stop that nonsense, Jerry. Stop nonsense, Jerry. Look at the country. Look at the leadership. The failure of this and that is causing. No, my brother, it's not just that. You see, this country is bad. Nigeria can never be bad. Can never be good again. But you see, those who followed God. Mommy, please, you are insulting my intelligence, okay? There's nothing to do. See, this country is what it is because of these criminals. You don't know anything, my son. There are some other super powerful spirits that is super than human being in this life. They are everywhere, and only Nigerian politicians then they target. Very powerful spirit thing. You don't know anything, my son. See, that's how they were raised too. But under Buhari, people started seeing the truth. You can no longer lie to them per se. You know, to the work. Today, you can see now, Abi, majority of them are no longer this, we they go church, we they go mosque, we they go this and that anymore. Because they have seen the fact that that's how they control their parents from seeing what is of God and what is of the responsibility of government. So you don't mix them together. So, have you not noticed, Me, I'm one of those who actually told this generation that no village people day after you. When people who are supposed to spend budget money on development, if they fail to and they steal that money, when you have when you need to attend when you need the medical attention, and there is no medical attention there for you, there is chance that you are going to die or get disabled for life, impaired. Anything can happen to you. When those who are supposed to provide healthcare have decided to liquidate anything healthcare. So no village people there. If they carry you to an hospital and you need an oxygen, they don't have an oxygen for you. You will die. That's what it is. There's no two way to it. There is no prayer, this and that can save you. You will die. Okay? So when those who took that away from you, if you don't look at them as the people who kill your children or family member, and you are looking at imagining somebody who tied red cloth or black cloth, and they are chanting something around a tree, they are the people who killed your son. They are the people that made it impossible for you to see to see oxygen in the hospital. They are the reason why there is no ambulance to actually attend to your child or attend to your family member before everything is lost. Now them, they slow the ambulance. Now them, they confuse the doctors. Now them, you know all those things they put in your head, Abi? There's a generation that will no longer believe them. Enjoy it while it lasts, too. I just make out to advise you. Do you think we should take calls? I have been speaking for almost 2 hours. So I'm thinking, should we take calls so that you self can come and do your own rant and add your sabi while we begin to wait for the atrocities of Hushtailor, Kyari? Criminals don't change. Do you understand? That's one mistake people make. Criminals like this don't change, okay? They always rebound. And their victims, and their waiting victims, can only be saved if the law takes its real course and they lock him up forever. Somebody said that we shouldn't take calls. First time I'm actually seeing somebody who said, no, don't take calls, let's go and sleep. Maybe I shouldn't ask. There are people who are already calling in. So what I'm going to do is this, all right? I am going to go make myself another cup of tea. Even though that one I made earlier is cold. And then when I get back, all right, if I see any call on, I'll take it. If I don't, I'll say good night, okay? That I already called, okay? Now, please, before you go, remember, share this broadcast, okay? Like it, all right? And then you can call in. The number is on the screen. Don't go anywhere if you don't want to. I think I have a caller.
Hello, Mayegun. Good evening.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, my name is Sarah. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks so much for what you've been doing.
Atlanta. How are you doing tonight or this afternoon?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. And how is your family?
Well, we are
Thanks so much for what you've been doing. Thanks for the liberation. Thank you. I'm so grateful we have someone like you that is making us to see more light. Because we know the government, they are like treating us bad.
That's right.
And they brainwash us with religion. But you guess what? This generation is not buying that anymore.
No, anymore.
No, because it's not when you pray you make it. It's through hard work.
That's right.
People are just being lazy. They don't want to work. And the government, the Nigerian government, I don't know. I don't know. I just pray. I pray and I hope people will make it and people will listen to you. I know you are telling them the right thing.
Amen.
But with this tribal thing too,
yes,
with this tribal thing that is affecting the whole thing, and I think people that have this sense, if they say they know that the politicians are using it to divide us, and that's the only way they can get through, and they can use us against each other.
Sad. They
brainwash us so that we won't understand that they just want to remain in power, so that they can so that they can we won't say anything. But
divided we are, the stronger they are.
So that,
all those nonsense between us, right? They keep saying, "Oh, you know, you are this, you are a Muslim or a Christian, you are a Southerner or a Easterner," and all that
stuff. Because I see my Yoruba brother as my brother, a Yoruba sister as my sister. So when the government now wants to divide us, they see us as the Igbo want to take your work from you. They want to take your land from you. You better take your land back. Yeah, of course, they sold their land to the Igbo. They didn't give the land out free. So why are they turning around them and trying to fight them? They sold their land.
They did.
So it's like those people paid for it.
No, they want them to
we
leave
need
it
each
and
other.
Go away. Leave all the properties and go away so that they can possibly own them.
One thing people don't realize is you cannot live alone. We need each other to live, even if Nigeria separates. A Yoruba man needs an Igbo man to survive, because most of those things they sell in Nigeria are made in, they are called Igbo made. Those are the things that are still helping that country to move and to go on.
Covering the void.
Exactly. And we are the only people in diaspora that are helping. If you say, you don't just want to know. Sometimes I wake up, my WhatsApp is like, boom.
Like on fire.
Sometimes I start blocking numbers. I block numbers. But I pray that we will get it. But what I believe in, I want everybody to go their separate ways. I think that is going to work for us.
Amen.
Let the Igbo go, let the Yoruba go, let the Hausa go, let everybody take over their region so that we can go headway and make things out of it.
At least.
Because we cannot continue to
tried. We have tried everything. We have tried regionalism. We have tried military. We have tried interim FIDE. So we have tried democracy. So the only thing we haven't tried is let everybody
go their separate ways, so that at least, if we go our separate ways, and if they can't manage their own region or country, then we know that's their problem.
There's nothing wrong in that. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks so much. God bless you, my brother.
Amen.
Thank you.
Too, man. Let me take this. I have this caller. It's a Nigerian number. I hope you are not calling directly from Nigeria. Baba, you'll be a rich person. Oh. Hello? I think they just realized, like, oh my God, I'm calling directly. You are calling the mobile. If you call directly from Nigeria, it's going to cost you more. I don't know how much in Naira, but that's going to be kind of there, right? Call the WhatsApp, all right? That will only take from your, what do you call it? Well, I think this person is just going to do it. Hello there.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You are live. This is Mayegun.
Yes. Okay. She call on WhatsApp.
Exactly. I think it would make sense if you call through the WhatsApp. But if you are cool, you're already connected. It's up to you. You need to stop listening to the broadcast. Talk to me on the phone, please. On the phone. Right. Sometimes he probably may not be that lucky again. The line is now buzzing and on fire. I hope he is lucky again. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Hey, the Prince Jejeman.
Baba, hello. This is Prince Jejeman representing IPOB for life.
All
Baba.
the time. Baba, how you doing today?
How you doing? I'm fine. Are you?
Well, I'm here. Thanks for asking.
Baba, I say make a call because of this guy, where they call Asare Dokubo. You know, he don't come out again.
Okay.
You know, his latest now, was telling Tinubu to give IPOB, give them Biafra, give Igbo people Biafra.
Oh, I have seen that. Where he said that they should let the Igbos go.
Yes, exactly.
It's just one of those, isn't it?
You see, this Sare Dokubo, that guy is running mental, you know. You see, one thing that he doesn't know is this. He can't distract us. You know, IPOB, Biafran people are focused. All that we need now is our referendum to come on, and everybody will decide their fate, where to be. Right. You know, and there's one thing he doesn't know. Tinubu supposed to be in jail as we speak. You know, he stole the mandate of Nigerian people.
He did.
And Wangol himself, Mahmoud Mumu, sold the destiny of Nigeria to him. So he's not a legitimate president.
No,
so
not in this part of the world.
Honestly, for Asare Dokubo to be saying Tinubu should give us Biafra is an insult to Biafran people. You know, it's an insult. That guy doesn't know what he's doing.
It's not Tinubu that will even give anybody anything. It doesn't even have that.
It doesn't have the power. That is the reason why, you know, I'm calling tonight for him, because he listens to your program. I want you to know, maybe he's been misguided. You know, he doesn't know that Tinubu has no power to give Biafran their freedom. No, not even a drug lord or a criminal from Chicago. It's an insult to us. He should go and if he likes, he can sleep on a Tinubu Pampas and wake up on his Pampas. It's not the business of IPOB, and not the business of Biafran people. Okay, so he should join the Agbadorian and continue to eat the Agbado. It's none of our business. Our business is Biafra or Biafra or Biafra. Every option to us is Biafra. No distractor or distraction can stop us. Thank you, my good general.
Thank you so much, Prince Jejeman. I mean, that's like a personal message. I'm looking for that video so that I can show it to the people as well. We can all listen to it. But thank you. Let me take this. Hello there.
Right. Yes, sir. Mr. Mayegun.
How are you, sir?
The truth sayer and the Jiro of the Temple of Truth.
At your service.
Parishioner cannot be. Gio cannot be under the service of parishioner.
No, well, maybe not under, but in this temple, right? I think we are all equal, and I just believe that I'm at your service. All right. something I quite,
Truly, sir.
believe is an honor. Yes, sir.
Truly, sir. Truly. You are very correct. You are very correct. You are very correct. Well, once again, kudos and thanks for everything you've been doing. The analysis on point. They are top notch. And it's Air Force One though. Let me state my name.
I got that. I got that sound, but that voice. I would say, thanks for reminding us. Air
Okay.
Force One.
All right. So now I want to see this one. I want this. I want to start from where you stop when you are rounding up. You said something about you are talking about religion, right?
I was.
While you are rounding up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this guy truncated destinies technically unknowingly to them, and I'm sure maybe they know from this 2023 charade election they did. Destiny automatically has been truncated already if they didn't reverse the course. Okay. Now, after he did that, he committed that atrocity, and he went to where? He went to
Tell us.
Mecca. Is it Mecca? Or wherever he went to?
Oh, you
Mecca?
mean that man from Adamawa? You're talking about him? Yeah, he went to Mecca for prayer.
He went to Mecca. I'm talking about Mahmoud.
Oh,
I'm talking about Mahmoud right now.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he did, but yeah. Go on.
Oh, so which one went to Mecca?
That was the one that declared supposedly the first elected woman governor in Nigeria, in Adamawa, without any result. He walked into and he said, I hereby declare Binani as the elected governor of Adamawa State. Then he ran away.
Okay.
So they now declared him wanted. They declared him wanted. This was in March. But the guy went to Mecca. It was in Mecca just about a week ago when everybody is doing Idile Halada, Ileya.
Yeah. So now this is my point. So when I said this before on this show, I said every young Nigerians are growing up in Nigeria. That are growing up in Nigeria. They are growing up every day, understanding that the way of life is corruption.
Yes.
That their leaders are corrupt. Now, Gandollar Babauli. Now, he shared money.
Babariga Mobile Banking CEO.
Yes. You finish sharing money, right? That is when you know that you're going to go to mosque and pray. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, let's even leave that one. All these pastors in Nigeria and leaders, prominent ones, okay? The prominent ones, at least 3 of them,
that's right,
that they are not telling their member the truth.
They are not.
That they believe everything is about miracle. That they are not telling them that your basic wealth, the basic wealth that you have is being taken by a government. The basic wealth that every citizen should have is being siphoned, embezzled by these crooks and criminals.
Yes.
You see all these projects they are building, all the Gen Z, they will be the one to put it down.
Eventually.
They will be the one. All these 100,000 seaters, 1 million, 20,000 seaters churches, capacity. Because this is the one thing about Gen Z. Because I have children too.
You do.
It's like I'm telling my children now, maybe the 6 years old and the 2-year-old that, hey, maybe they asked me for something. I said no. The next thing they will ask is why.
Because you have to tell them why you can't give them. We no get that
because
chance to ask our papa or mama that why there's any for me who born you, but they will ask why.
Mr. Maigu,
sir,
Gen Zs are so inquisitive.
Yes,
and they will keep asking questions. They already started asking questions, and they discovered that God in Nigeria can no longer take care for them anymore, and it's not providing miracle for them anymore. I guarantee you, like I said, all these 100,000 seater capacities, all these 50,000 seater capacity auditorium, mansions will be pulled down with Tikokana.
Wow.
That is the danger of what they were doing. All these religion people. Somebody will siphon 80 billion naira right now. The next thing, they will be the one day The one that they don't.
And once they say something about defending Allah or prophet, now them go make mouth most. And see, that's unacceptable.
The one that they don't carry again, those that don't carry again, they will be having crusade. Morning, day, and noon. 7 days a week, 247, crusade, night vigil. Ishamole, everything. Saying one village father, one village mother is the one disrupting their destiny. When the basic wealth that they're supposed to be having,
it's been siphoned. Baba?
It's been siphoned.
I'll take another one. Thank you so much, as usual, as always, for stopping by.
Oh, man, this is very sad.
I know.
Man.
And I hope
thank you, sir.
They are all listening.
Very sad.
Hello there.
Hi, Baba.
Yes, sir.
Your guy, you know how they been.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Carry me on,
Baba. Your guy, Chukwemeka, you don't forget.
It's Chukwemeka again. See, Baba, this thing, as much as people are saying this is so clear when they listen to us like this, it is so clear that I'm finding it difficult to master some of this, but we'll keep it on, okay? I'm going to master all your voices enough that I'll say, as a maker. How you doing, Baba?
Nothing's fault. I did.
Thank you.
The weather here, they brought I beg. It's very, very, very hot this summer, but we manage them anyhow.
Rofamo, Baba, you know, feel hot, be like, where we come from when, you know what I mean? Like when it's like, survive them. So, how you doing?
Baba, even if na oven, I beg, I prefer them than
you
the
zoo. I mean, if oven there, then I go open and put AC here. The two of them, they mix it. I go they me do. That's how you they mix up. It no matter. I go survive.
That's so. Baba, all these things why I hear today like this, I'm just tired of. I keep getting tired of Nigeria. Every day. It's a crime scene, really. It's a crime scene. It's just unfortunate that we have allowed ourselves. Anyway, it's our colonial masters that started this whole thing. But we're just divided, along the lines of religion and tribalism. It is really unfortunate, and it's as bad as you would see somebody. This is a thief, politically. It's a political thief. This guy don't thief money and all of that. But still, people go to say, "Leave him." Now our person, now our thief, our tribe person. So no while I'm not spoiled. Sins are
thief.
Kilo day. I mean, in other countries, nobody sends you, whether you here or here. You thief, you say you thief. They look at the facts. Nobody's looking at anything beyond that. That's why you go better say me we just go divide. So we know say everybody will handle our thief our own way, kind of thing. Instead of protecting them. It's really unfortunate. The one we can vex me now this nonsense man Yakubu. Can you imagine, say the Baba still get the audacity to still they call press conference, they talk of success of election.
I know.
I say the kind of the kind of audacity
in deliver everything when promised to. See Nigeria. He's telling himself, I delivered on all my promises. About which kind audacity of insult past that one for millions of people. And everybody just kept quiet.
Yeah, that's what's finish, man. That's it finish.
Finish
with that. Because Yakubu scam us finish. Scam EU finish. And still maintain, say, I mean, it is glaring now. There's evidence everywhere. There's evidence everywhere. Then that nonsense you look at
they say now overconfident scammers plenty for Nigeria. That's why they call them a crime scene. Chukwemeka.
Plenty, really. And then Bayo Enuga Konde they talk nonsense. I mean, if you see, it would have been better if he was able to bring, because the EU guys, they had enough evidence say this was what went wrong with the election.
That's right.
So by Oyenuga, okay, over to you now. What is your evidence? Now regular vuvuzela way now, just to shout down everybody, shout every other argument to make your own argument superior by not giving evidence.
Loudest.
You
know something? It's going to be a full clown circus show. if the court can if the court fail to remove them, which I doubt always, I've always been having my doubts always, right? If the court fail to remove them, everybody just brace up for the bumpy ride. You go there, go look back and say Buhari was better. It won't be long. You will see.
But to be honest, I try to have that optimism with you, that kind of optimism, but deep down, because if Abba Kyari can be released on bail, and the Kano that has nothing on him really, basically defeat Nigeria, so to speak, still the DSS.
This one is not even bail, and the Kano will not be bail. Now discharge and acquitted. They didn't let you.
Baba hope no deal. Make a go free you. Make another person call her back. I don't want to take time, Baba. Thanks.
You do well. Thanks so much for stopping by. All right. You stay safe, man. So I have another call on the line here. Hey, did I just lose that person? Hello.
Yeah, hello. Am I on to my ego?
Yes, you are. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm watching you directly on TV.
Yes, you are. You should be seeing me directly on TV, but I would advise you listen to the phone more, okay? That TV being the stream that everybody watches out there has about 3-4 minutes kind of delay because that's the production. This is you and I in the studio, and everything we say will likely take a bit while before everybody will see them, like on your TV.
Okay,
so let's talk on the phone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's first of all, let me start by saying I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Because of the truth. People like you are enlightening the public and making us know so many things happening in Nigeria. Up to now, I've always thought Nigeria was like, if not, I know it has never been the same country, but I thought it one day would become sane. But for what is happening now, I don't know if there's hope. Like, a mandate was stolen in broad daylight, and then the political elite are being defensive. Like, Yakubu is a disgrace. See, I come to realize what's the essence of voting. Let's just divide. Like, let everybody go their way separately, because there's no reason why.
Like, it's tiring, isn't it?
No. Before I left Nigeria because I just lose hope. I won't lie. I'm in Spain at the moment now. I left just to the election.
So you just got to Spain, did you?
Yeah, that's to Spain because I don't see any future in Nigeria, and it's painful because this is one country.
Do you know that there are many people like yourself, right? That's told me that they were giving Nigeria. They've lost hope in Nigeria, right? But because of this Peter Obi and all of that, they said, I'm going to give it a last shot. Now, if this doesn't work, I know I have to leave this country. And they are in the process of actually leaving now. I didn't know it would be that fast. We already have one of you in Spain, or many like yourself.
Man, really, gosh, I don't just know. Okay, so what's the confidence of the mass? Like, of the youth? Next election, is there need to vote? Like, it doesn't count, obviously.
They are not cut out to do anything good. But it is difficult for a lot of people to even accept that, because I have said it, okay? Check these guys. These guys are not cut out to do anything good that actually benefits humanity. Yeah. They do their selected their few to benefit from anything, and they elaborate it and make it look like it's a government project that is so huge. Oh no, it is not. So how do people then believe that they can actually do good? Because they said they will do good. It's so hard for me to believe. Oh, that's why sometimes on my ego is very political. People say, I know. I mean, it's like nobody can do any good thing in my face. I'm talking about bad people. They've never done anything good, right? You've been hoping they do something good, Abby. So how do you want me to now turn around and say, hey, this one is good, that one is not good, and all of, when they are actually all almost the same? They don't do good things, Baba. At least you just left Nigeria. Tell me if you know much about their good things that the world is not knowing.
It's just complain about complaints. Like, it's just complain about complaints I see online. Like
January
no
to
one,
December.
as I speak to you now, they increase tax. Their tax. I don't know if of course you must have heard you current. They're putting tax on cars, like people to pay 1 naira per year. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue now is what are they doing to the masses? At least I mean, a developed country,
What are they doing with those taxes?
Exactly. Existing ones. What are they doing with it? So if the issue is not even the tax, Tinubu, that has been his agenda in Lagos. We know the ABC, we know all of that. But what are you doing? What are we benefiting that would make us say, oh, let's even that would motivate us to like pay the tax? 1,000 is not as big. It's not anything. It's a small money. But the issue now is, what are you doing to your people that is encouraging? So all of these issues is just like, and the funniest part is the illiterate, the tribal bigot. On the day of the election, they were actually threatening people. I'm sure they'll be regretting it.
Lowest low. That's the lowest I have seen. I've been monitoring their politics for a while. Baba, you see what happened in 2023? I won't lie to you. It shook me. I've never seen anything like that before. They went to the lowest of the lowest in their scheme of becoming or of winning power. Baba, as a Yoruba man, they will say I look like Igbo. How do I look like Igbo? I'm speaking Yoruba. Yoruba ni mo sole no, you know. It doesn't matter. Look how clean you are. You are smelling good. So that means you must be Igbo. Are you saying Yorubas are dirty? I saw that. I saw videos of those conversation because of election that will still come back to hunt and beat and then what? Impoverish everybody. Me, really? I have never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, the enlightened ones now. You're in abroad, you see what is happening. They will just want in Nigeria, some, not all. They are just after Tinubu. Even if will not do anything, it's a Yoruba man. It's for my child. And I'm like, what kind of mentality? I have Yorubas as friends. One of my friends said that Yorubas, they were angry when I wanted for Peter. It was that bad. And they know this man has nothing to offer. At least for what we'll see now, I'm not seeing any place for blueprint. Yeah, that he's doing anything significant. Let's just watch.
Watch, I mean, everybody don't enter them already, so we'll find out a way to cope, or we either swim or sink on anyway. So, Baba, thank you so much. All right, you didn't tell us your name. Is that deliberate?
Oh, sorry, I'm Alex.
You are Alex. Beautiful. Yeah. That's Alex calling from Spain. Thank you so much, Alex. You should have a good one. Stay safe, Baba. All the best. So, thank you so much, everyone. I have another person on the line. Another brethren of the temple, Jima Gudu.
Well, good evening. Namio.
Jima Gudu, my dear brother. How's it going?
Well, I just have one thing to say. I want to ask fellow Nigerians, is it now clear to you that Nigeria rewards criminals and jails freedom fighters?
Yes.
Is it? If your answer is no, then tell me why somebody caught on camera selling hard drugs, who is a police officer. Do you know what it is to be called a police officer? You're supposed to keep the law.
That's right.
That's your principal assignment, to make sure that the law is kept. Your mandate. And that person is caught on camera selling drugs, arrested. When they put Kyari into jail, VIP in Kuje, I told some of these people that nothing will happen to that guy.
You even said it on this program. I remember that time.
People, he's behind. What is happening now? 50 million. What is 50 million to that guy?
Tell me.
He's got bail. But the same country where its own court came out and gave a verdict on Nnamdi Kano that they should be let go. Where is he?
Still in their detention. They won't even open the Supreme Court appeal that they are putting up. They won't even.
So how is that fair and just? Is that what you're teaching the next generation coming up, that criminals will be rewarded and people who fight for your right will be jailed?
Yes.
People should really think about what's going on in that, let me use Donald Trump's language, shite hole. People should really think, because it is not going to affect only the masses, the poor. It is going to affect everybody. You are feeding a wrong narrative. Well, if you have criminals as you select criminals or you elect criminals, then you shouldn't complain when the outcome is something not favorable to you. I beg, make I go chop my rice and beans. I beg.
I advise you should. All right, it's coming late as well. Thank you so much for this. Now, here is that clip a friend was talking about earlier. Prince JJ Man, stay safe, Jima.
I don't run away from battle. You're happy that Igbo cannibals have come up. Igbo land is no longer safe. There's a video trending. One Biafran Liberation Army, as they call themselves. I'm going to wipe them out. Mark my words. Very soon I will hunt them down and wipe them out. They attacked the army. A live video they were shooting. They said the army people are running. Army people are running. You didn't see that video. I will send the video to you. We did not employ ourselves. The government saw the potentials in us, the capacity in us, and knowing that we can deliver and engage them. That Buhari government engaged me shows that they know who I am. I was not a friend of Buhari. Unlike you people, for 7 years, I was anti-Buhari. Buhari, with all that, saw the capacity in me, that I am capable. And the government came, asked me, those terrorists you are promoting, in the name of fighting Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that you are promoting those terrorists, ESN, now Biafran Liberation Army, the way I decimated ESN, I am going to decimate them. In a few days' time, you will start.
So he made this video not long ago, and then this surge in attacks on people of Eastern Nigeria. You have been seeing the videos lately, right? So then he made another video where he said Tinubu should let the Igbos go and all of that. But that one, I wanted to share that with you for a while. You will see my hand in a few days. I work with Buhari. Buhari called him that these people you are promoting, we don't want you to promote them anymore. Okay? We want you to help us wipe them off. And he's bragging about it. That is the state of Nigeria now, by the way. So let me take another call. Hello there.
Yeah. One name.
One name. Osita.
My brother and the chief mentor of the Parliament of Truth. But it's not just the Parliament of Truth, it's the chief mentor of the Truth Empire. Truth Nation.
You know something? You are also a reputable elder in this temple that a lot of people look forward to hearing from too. How are you doing, sir?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you, my brother.
Beautiful.
You know, yesterday it was the issue of Asari I wanted to speak about first, but something else took my listing. You know, there's something I've noticed. When somebody is inconsequential, when you are not important, you seek yes, you seek relevance from doing things that are negative. Especially, you want to attack the subject matter, the basics. That is what you want to put your hands on, so that you will continue to trend. You know, somebody asked you a question one time concerning the other guy. What's his name?
Reno Mockery.
Yes, or Mockery. The answer you gave is the answer concerning the so-called fake warlord. Look at somebody who is talking about going to the east to do something. I am sorry, I shouldn't be talking about this because if you watch it very well, I don't like creating confusion. But I went to the Niger Delta the first time in my life. That was last year when I traveled to Nigeria around November last year, because I had a function around there.
I think I remember when you said you were in Nigeria, I was like, really? You actually took that risk. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. If you ask anybody, when you get to that region, you're going to shed tears. You will cry for them. That is the person that is talking about another person's region. That is a place when you wear white clothes and you stand there, before you get back into your car, that white cloth has changed color.
Probably turned to black. Especially in Port Harcourt, River State, suit in River State. Cancer is walking on the street of River State like this. Like say, in the citizen of River State. People don't know.
Do you think when they say governments are killing my people is only when government rolls out tanks and the shooting? Is it that they kill you cold-blooded or they kill you hot-blooded?
Slowly.
Slowly. So this is something he doesn't understand, that even his people, if it is where something is done correctly, this breaking of Nigeria, the people that will carry it on their head most, on their chest, on their head, in their eyes, in their mouth, in their teeth, is supposed to be the people from the so-called Niger Delta. From Bayelsa to River State to Delta State, it is just the same thing that you have. Even my friend that we went together, he said to me, if something happened to me, the guy is from Edo State, he said, if something happened to me in this area, what will I tell my wife, my family? That's to tell you how horrible it is. But this guy will come out here and he will start talking about, he's just looking for cheap recognition. Cheap recognition.
But he seems to be getting it. This guy got invited into the Aso Rock Villa. He was making a statement at the president of the presidency of Nigeria.
The reason I'm saying this thing, the reason I'm saying this thing is, I will appreciate if we can ignore him. He is not our focal point. He is the least in our agenda. If he refuses, if that kind of person you're looking at, he had the opportunity, he had the money that he made from bunkery and whatever deals is that
they are making.
Yes, he had the money. He did not build his university right there in Bayelsa State.
No.
He went and built his university somewhere else and paying tax
in Benin
somewhere
Republic.
else.
In
Benin Republic. Is that the person that is talking to be a Nigerian? Or somebody who is representing the Ijaw nation? Or somebody who is representing Bayelsa?
Oh, Bobo.
Yes, so this guy is not of any irrelevance. He's inconsequential. We will appreciate that we'll stop talking about this guy. There's nothing good that is going to come out of this guy. If he wants to fight somebody, let him go and fight General Tompolu that collected a transaction from him under Buhari's regime. Let him go and fight that person. That is the person he's supposed to go and fight. So please, I just want us not to even talk about him anymore.
But sister, you can't say that. Maybe I should remind you, okay? You know, we don't just talk about him. He's making some inflammatory statement. He's given this kind of, platform, right? And he's also making confession to things that we have actually seen. So we are not just talking about him to give him attention. We are just reminding Nigeria,
I'm not talking about your program.
No, I mean like everybody too, like everybody, because when his case comes up, right, this guy is confessing to crimes publicly. Like that's the point, yeah? If Nigeria is a place,
that is the reason it is Mayegun political diary. We will keep piling it up.
Because, I'll keep reminding them that he's a criminal and what he represents. So publicly confessing to a crime shouldn't make him a celebrity or attention or getting attention. Rather, it should actually get him a bed or a room in any maximum security prison in Nigeria. Or maybe not in
Yes,
Nigeria.
what I am saying, what I am saying, what I know, and I've said this before.
Yes, sir.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step.
That's right.
Once upon a time begins a beautiful story. A day shall come end. There is always a sunrise and sunset.
And it's
anything that goes up will surely come down.
That's right.
One day, we will catch up with him. We will catch him. That is one day.
And if you don't,
thank you.
The establishment themselves will catch him. That's how we have seen in the past anyway, right? When they are done,
he's going to be used.
You know,
they used this. The subject matter today is Abba Kyari. He was used. He's going to be used, and he's going to be dumped. And I like the way this man today, the way he released Abba Kyari. I want to see the reaction of the Western world. I want people to understand.
And the FBI come in and take him now.
Exactly. I want to see the reaction of the Western world. I will wait from now till 2 weeks before I make my pronouncement on that.
Bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Osita. Stay safe, Baba. Nice one. So I have another caller on the line here.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Mayegu.
Sir.
Mayegu General.
Baba.
Nah, today I'm just making observations, you know, and we keep on saying that Nigeria is a crime scene. Really, Nigeria is a crime scene.
Nigeria keep
like you just
proving us right. You're right.
Yeah, like we just told Osita. Boy is just confessing.
He is
openly, and I when I watch Asari talking, I see him as a fool. He doesn't have sense. Everything he's talking about, and he's just indicting himself. You know, but like you said, we keep on making him popular with it because one day the case will come up.
Catch up. Everything
Then all of them is going to be an evidence. Secondly, it's like Tinubu signed some agreement with these people because I can't. Why is he talking about Abba Kyari so sudden, giving him bail? Killer, murderer, and the same payroll. I think Abba Kyari is now is where also Asari is. So I don't know who is advising Tinubu to be bringing all these unwanted people, criminals, along with to work with him, because from Asari you see that Tinubu is talking. Tinubu is talking, and another thing I noticed that people are talking about Tinubu remove fuel subsidy. And Buhari said if had he been, he removes it, his life will be in danger. And Tinubu will not win. I'm seeing it that Tinubu just did the more you look, less you see, and remove the fuel subsidy and give room for marketers because the fuel is going to be 700 naira a liter very soon. They announced it last week. And use the opportunity to then could use that opportunity to secure importing license while his refinery has not been finished. You know, everything is still there. So I don't know who they are fooling. You know, you see. So a lot of things is happening there. I pity the people that are there. And when you look at these people now, all of them has been feeding on Nigeria since they were 20 years old. All of them went to missionary school, but now they say it's Muslim, Christianity, all these ones. They all went to missionary school, free of charge. Buhari has been in corridor of power in Nigeria administration since since 20. Even going to army was free. He didn't pay a dime. They gave him the letter, just letter. So everything has been feeding in. These people are lazy. They cannot hustle. They cannot do anything. They are feeding on Nigeria, and they are still punishing people.
You get.
You know, I don't know what else
how to create wealth. All they know is to take and take and take.
They don't know. They don't know. That's why they are taking. That's why they are taking the way they are taking like mad people. They are taking so much. You know. Okay, look at the star witness of Tinubu. What he did at the court. It's SAN. He indicted his client.
You know, look at what he did. That means they don't have sense.
Or they just don't care.
The way we are. No, they don't have sense. My woman and Kano used to say that these people, they are nobody. You know, when you come, they are nobody. They are scared. That's why they are just using those division, making poor people more poorer, so that they will be strong on their own side.
That's why they are weaponizing all this ethnic division, religious division, tribal division. Because once people begin to see things as they are, these guys, it's true, they are nobody. People will actually chase them.
Yeah. Okay, look at Ganduje. He was taking these dollars in front of camera. Buhari saw it. Why can't he send somebody? So Buhari wasn't in the Ganduje show that time. So Ganduje, because of that money, he was senseless that time. At that moment, he doesn't have sense that time. For him to, I don't even know the guy that made the video if the guy is still alive.
Well, they first put him in jail, then he got bail, and the guy ran away because they wanted to kill him.
Okay, look at this guy now, Abba Kyari, they want to release now. Abba Kyari is supposed to be in jail forever. Because see, in Germany, when somebody commits crime in a family, that anything to do with police, any crime, it doesn't matter the level of the crime in a family, that generation will never be a policeman again. Ask anybody. But this one now, killer, murderer, a policeman, he was in jail. They promoted him. Now they gave him bail, 50 million naira.
They said he's suspended.
And they are paying him salary. You see, so we do, and what Asari is doing now is just for him for Asari to coming out and be saying all these things. That means there's a lot of engagement going on. Asari is the one committing all this murder in the southeast. But I'm just like Igbo people, I don't understand them anymore. They are very strong, courageous, and strong people. They should take him out. They should plan and take him out. He's nobody. If you keep on waiting for him, they will use Asari to do a lot of things. Because in Nigeria now, it's like Igbo people are just so quiet. They push them to the wall that they cannot do anything. Whenever they want to talk, they will tell them they will say 1967. 1967, you know, civil war, you fought war, you lost war, so you have to be quiet. No, it's not like that. So as it's going now, I believe Nigeria is just like a tissue paper. Okay, look at Mahmudu receiving a report that indicted him. He was smiling.
Smiling.
Yeah, with a new abada, shave. And the white man was like, is this person normal?
He's possibly
I'm giving you, it's just like telling somebody, go to police, tell them you stole something. So they will lock you in cell. That's what he was doing, and he was smiling. A PhD holder, a doctor, a professor, they call him. Look at the white man was even forcing himself to smile with him because it's just like as if he's taking a scholarship or he's receiving a certificate.
Look at the idiot, he's smiling. I'm actually
look at this idiot.
He liked him, he's smiling.
Yeah. But so let me let you. I'm just fed up with that country, you know.
It can be.
Who knows what who knows where what they want Abba Kyari to do now? They are bringing me out. Maybe they want him to go.
Is coming to perform. That's why I need to
a very big assignment.
Abba Kyari is out and he's a criminal, and he will always be a criminal.
Yeah. Yeah, and those boys that are following him, they are still there. Now, for these few days now, he's not there. They are hungry. Who knows what they're going to do now? Thank you so much, my.
We will regroup them, Baba. Stay safe, okay? Thank you so much as well. You know what make Abba Kyari's crime even very, very bad is that if I commit a crime right now, the law will deal with me and all of that, okay? But when you see a police officer that is supposed to uphold the law, right, break the law in that way, his own punishment should have been like triple because he knows the law. He knows what he was doing. Or he thought he could beat it. Or he will never be punished for it. So, well, he's never going to be punished for it. Hello there. I actually I took a call. Are you there? Okay. I'll go try. I actually took this call, but this person is on the line. maybe trying to confirm if they are connected or not, or the network is just bad. Okay.
Hello.
Here. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, sir. I'm here again today.
Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
How you doing, Baba? If you have been here before,
I'm good.
Going to let you know that you should know that when we are talking, let's just use the phone. Ignore the broadcast. But if you are waiting for your voice to come up on the TV, it's going to be causing a bit of a delay and fraction here. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Yes, sir. So let me and you talk on the phone. Ignore that broadcast now, because now you and me.
Exactly. I just see that now. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
exactly.
Please.
Yeah, I just find it out now. It's very tricky. I never noticed before. Yeah,
right. When you call it,
exactly.
Like that, okay, and you are like, okay, hang on, that's not my voice on the TV. Hang on, let me wait.
It's not the sailor. It's not the same
speed. Can you hear me? Then
exactly.
You go on the TV to hear yourself. And you're like, it's so delayed. Yeah, it's
exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's talk on the phone, okay? Now, me and you, they produce now. Other people, they watch us.
Exactly. Thanks for having me again this evening. Again, you know, I just wanted to visit what we were talking about yesterday, of course, to elucidate things that, bro, is it Osita? I didn't understand yesterday. And because when I dropped with you, he jumps on me. Because I was just talking about a minority. I don't know why he had
Nigeria, like even if he's going to break up, but there should be other options first. And if that's the last one, I get it. Now you want to
exactly. I made mention of Paul Kagame. I never say it was a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I say it's what Nigeria want. That's what we need. That's what I said.
Right.
But he couldn't listen. He just jump on me with that hatred of, I don't know, what do we have against, minority? I don't know. I never attack Igbo. As a matter of fact, I'll be the one that's always fighting for the, see, Obi is not talking about being the president of Biafra. No. Obi is talking about being the president of Nigeria, isn't it? Yeah, so that is why we all rally around with him. We wanted this Nigeria to work. And then anyone who is not with Obi, it means he's with what they call him? He's with Tinubu. That's just what it is. So if he, like me, Osita, is with Obi, it means he's for Nigeria for the moment, isn't it?
Well, I mean, literally, you can say that.
Exactly. It's logic. We're dealing with logic here. So, but for him to just jump on me, and I was like, oh, why are you talking about minority? I am not sorry. If you are dealing with that guy, DJ man, I'm from Edo State. As a matter of fact, I came from the family of the man that moved the motion for the Nigerian independence up to Ninaholo.
Oh, bless you.
Okay.
Man.
Exactly. You see, that is why I was talking about minority. When I find out what they have done to the man.
Conversation like this too, right? Sometimes, opinions varies. And most of the time, we say things. Then we reflect later and be like, I think I just took his position out of context. I've seen that many times. Right?
Exactly.
That people will call and say, no, I didn't mean it that way. What I was trying to say is that we shouldn't encourage the word minority, this and that. You know what I mean? Like, opinions are always like huge on this platform. But I'm glad that you are taking it in its magnanimity, I would say, like, coming around to
but it's not because he living abroad, okay? In abroad, you watch television debate, or we were not even having a debate, okay? I said what I wanted to say. You don't have to come back and jump on me and say, what was that guy talking about? That's rubbish. The guy that called before, he was talking about how big gates want to control the world. That's what we should be listening to. I said, what's up with that, man? I'm not Jehovah's Witness. No. I'm not Jehovah's Witness. I'm not going to be scared of what Big Gay will do to the world, If we cannot take care of our country, how are we going to be talking about what Big Gay want to do to the world? That is conspiracy theory. I don't have time for that. Okay, so
you're right.
Exactly. We are dealing with our difficulties. He's talking about Biafra state. Everybody talking about how Nigeria want to move forward, how we can live together. I'm not going to be busy talking about what Big Gay want to present the world. What's up with that? I mean, I don't want to give myself that sort of anxiety and fear.
Preoccupy yourself with that kind of a fear factor.
You cannot fight it. You cannot fight it. Just like the COVID-19 of a thing, right? The other day, right? Everybody just rushing because they were so scared. Right. You just went there to inject and sell with these chemicals. A lot of them are sick today, but I never move with that. I never go. thank God where I was working, they never called me to Soke, or I mean, they never make it compulsory. And Soke, you must do this.
You are the type
and I
that
thank God for that.
Comfortable following the crowd.
Exactly. Oh, that's what I wanted to say.
Enough, convinced to some extent, and I get you, Baba. I like that.
That is what I wanted to say right now. Right from when I was born, I love to question the unquestionable. I always go to the left when everybody go to the right. I don't listen to BBC. I don't listen to CNN. Anything that had to do with mainstream, I'm always going the other way. That is what makes me, because that is where you can actually learn, through rebellious. It's through curiosity. You are not going to like follow the crowd. Everybody says black. Oh, it's black. You just follow them like that. No. Because remember, when you choose the other way, everybody are going to attack you. Those people who are on the left will attack you. We understand that, and I'm ready to take it.
I know.
Okay. So when I'm talking about
people should also be very. I am encouraging that on my Ego's Diary Political, where people speak their mind and respect other people's views. Okay, but people should begin to know that there's nothing wrong in having two different views. Like people should begin to come to know that. See, I may say breaking up of Nigeria is the best. And you will come and say, no, it's not the best.
Exactly. That is what
people should learn to understand that this mutually disagreed conversation is allowed.
That is the beauty. That is
no winner, right?
Exactly. Exactly. That is the beauty. That is the beauty.
And learn.
Exactly. That is the beauty of what you are doing. Okay.
Yes.
You are here. There are people at home, Canada, United States, all over the world listening to whoever that call, and you are doing a better job. Okay, so but there are listeners, okay, that when someone disagree with another guy, okay, people at home will judge and say, okay, that guy has a point, okay, or the other guy has a point, but you are not to then play what somebody has said and say, but after all, first of all, we were not debating. As a minority, I put out my argument. I said, look, why we don't talk about minority? You don't have to come there and just override what I said. I was not attacking you. I was not attacking you.
Right? By doing so, there is legitimizing your point, proving your point, which is minority exists, okay? And the minority says, oh, what do you think about the minorities? And then somebody from the majority came and said, stop mentioning minority. We are talking about everybody together. So they just prove your point.
It's not mature.
It's
not mature, by the way.
It's like proving your point to say, listen, everybody talks. Nobody talks about the minority. I'm from the minority. Then somebody came from the majority and said, hey, we don't want to talk about minority. Listen, there's no minority. Let us come together. So they prove your point. Again,
but
you know what I mean?
Thank you so much, but I don't think that is what he was saying. He was just like, you are inconsequential. Why are you talking about minority? Because you have problem with Asari. Asari is a minority, but I'm not Asari. I never subscribe to what that guy is doing. As a matter of fact, I have been that person who was talking about when Biafra came out. I said, okay, well, if everyone wants to go, let him go. But later I begin to understand. That's why when I first called about 2 months ago, I talk about how I'm a fan of big countries. I begin to mention Brazil in South America, China. I talk about United States as the leader of the world today because they are big. How you can be secure when you belong to a big country. So I talk about that. I had to give an argument. I mean, when I make an argument, I have to give points of my argument so that people at home will listen to what I'm doing. For those who are simple, they will discard it and say, what is this guy talking about? You don't know anything. But there are a lot of clever Nigerians all over the world that will reason with me and I say, yeah, I think they have a point.
That's right.
We have a country. If we cannot live together to build a country like any other people around the world, how do you think you can live in your community? I don't know. This is my whole argument. Okay.
Well,
so like he was saying,
well. Sir, one thing is this, right? I appreciate the fact that you are able to keep your stand and even make it more clearer to everybody. And like you said, we have a lot of people listening to us all over the world, right? And I bet there are many of them who agree with you that, oh, he has a point. No, he has a point. Because I do believe you do as well, right? So thank you. Because of our time, okay? I hope I hear from you.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll talk next time again. Thank you so much.
Right? Thank you. Now, this is, what do you call it? This, in fact, I'm thinking of taking one more, but I won't because of my time. Our 3 hours is like kind of almost on the clock. So I'm going to say thank you to every one of you. Let us always remember this, okay? You see me, Mayegu, when I come out here to speak my mind, do my thing, and I call all these criminals names and all of that, in my word, I know that their supporters will respond. their supporters will use anything they can say to get back at me. I knew this 10 years ago when I started. So therefore, in fact, sometimes I feel surprised that the attacks I expect from them is not as much as the attack they gave me is not as much as the one I expected from them, based on the topic I just discussed. But it's also good. Sometimes what we call attack is a bit of a feedback, and through it, you can read a lot of things, right? But on Mayegun's Diary Political, right? You, my friends, you always have that multiple choices, whereby if I have a chance or if I have a right to speak my truth, whatever I call it, right? To speak my truth, do my things, to your own serious amazement, right? To your own amazement, I say, wow, Mayegun. And to some people's disgust, I hate this guy. It's just nonsense and all of that. You can come on here, speak yours, same way. And I am not here to actually really judge you, except when you are trying to play on my intelligence, you know? Like somebody coming here to come and try rap me and say, Mayegun, you know, God is, I will feel offended. Okay? But apart from that, do your thing. Even these criminals that you are supporting, some of you are supporting, right? Call in and speak for them. Try and convince us. Maybe there's something we are not actually seeing or ignoring that you know better. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't call in to come and defend them. They just stay and comment. And I always encourage people that when people call in, my program is unscripted. A lot of you join. Some joined recently. Some have been here for so long, okay? So, it's not scripted. I don't know what you're going to say when you call me. I don't know what anybody's going to say. I don't know if you're going to call me now and say, Mayegun, you this Mayegun, I've been looking for you. I don't know. I just keep it open, and I expect all of you to do the same, all right? Even if they sound somehow annoying, remember, the reason why everybody have the chance of speaking their mind is because you want to hear them. And one of the problems we have is that we don't listen to ourselves. We are not interested in listening to ourselves. Once I look at you and I say, you be Thiefnubu supporter. No, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Nothing where you can talk. Nothing, I don't want to hear. You be Obi supporter. I don't want to talk to you. You disobedient, none of that. Nobody want to listen to anybody. Mayegun's Diary Political is put together to have a chance of us listening to ourselves, even when we don't agree. Even if we have been raised to hate ourselves. Even if we can't wait to kill ourselves. But even with all of that, on Mayegun's Diary Political, you just need to learn to listen to ourselves. I did it. A lot of people will tell you today and say, it was on this Mayegun's Diary Political that they have managed to finally, right, unlearn all of the bigotry or the lies, everything they have been taught, to hate this. Some, you'll see Biafra, they'll say, it is on this Mayegun's Diary Political that they begin to see that the Yorubas they told them wasn't actually the Yorubas that they are seeing now. So that is why when we saw Thiefnubu and gang promoting this bigotry, religious this and that, it is like drawing us backward to something we believe we are moving away from. Sure you get? Igbo this, Yoruba that. All the gains, it's like we're losing all the gains. So today, people will call in, Yorubas will call in, Hausas will call in, Middle Beltans will call in, Muslim, Christians, everybody will call in, and they speak respectfully, even if they disagree with others. I want us to maintain that, please. You may not know how much lasting impression this is having on so many people. Some of them you will never know. They call this platform a model. It's kind of a model where people, even if they have so much differences, they can still kind of, have a chat without killing themselves, But again, thank you so much, all of you, for making this platform what it is. We'll keep doing it. Nothing is perfect, too. Yeah? But we will always be sincere. That's something you should bank on. Anything about this platform will always be very sincere. Raise your point, raise your issue, and let other people react too, right? With respect. Thank you, all of you. I'm going to see you some other time. And until then, remember, you can still like my broadcast or like that video, share it, subscribe to my channel, And next time I come on, it's going to be us, all of us together again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Kyari politico.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Kyari Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.